Oh, Mace Windu, my homie.
And now I'm saying this because I've listened back to a few podcasts, and even last night, apparently, not only just myself, but a few people started off with, "Here we are." That seems to be our, like, opening. Someone says something like that. Like, right when we go...
Are you saying you want to keep that going? Or
No, I'm just saying that's what I'm about to say. Here we are.
The seamless transition.
Exactly. Here we are.
Episode 3.
Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And you know why it was Revenge of the Sith?
I don't.
It's a big
Conspiracy?
No, it's a tribute because, you know, the original Return of the Jedi was supposed to be Revenge of the Jedi. The original third movie of the original trilogy was Revenge of the Jedi, but they thought that was too, like, Revenge Jedi, that doesn't go hand in hand, so they did Return. So now that's why years later, Sith, Revenge. Little note, so...
Instead of Return of the Sith.
I see.
Yeah, Return of the Sith, yeah. We've hit play now, we're getting the THX going and whatnot, but we'll tell you...
If you want to follow along.
Yeah, if you want to follow along, you want to watch along like the last two, I'll tell you, we're just at the 20th Fox Century now, so that's where we are. So
there's 4 of us today. I'm Dylan, joined by
Kirkland.
And Taylor.
And
Travis. You don't...
You can't go and.
Yeah,
The last person.
we use comma, and then
and you just cut me out of the whole thing.
Sorry. And Taylor, and that's it.
And Travis.
Or you don't have a note
a long
sheet,
time
so
ago.
I understand. It's hard sometimes.
I need my notes.
Episode 3.
So this one's hype because we got General Grievous
Dylan's very
And
excited
Natalie
about
Portman.
and Natalie Portman. She's
And
pretty
great-
Well, she was in the second one too.
that. Great.
Yeah.
And the first.
And
She was in the whole...
She was definitely in a good
Okay.
album.
But she's
I haven't
pregnant
seen the other
in
one
this
in a
one.
long time. What's that?
She's pregnant, so she's officially like off the market because she's got a
dies.
kid now.
Well, technically,
Spoiler
though,
alert.
no one knows she's actually married, so to the public, I don't think she's off the mark. And did they talk about why? Who does the public think the babies is? In Clone Wars, the TV show, or no?
I think they're just rolling with it. They don't ever.
They're
they
just
don't,
like,
they don't
oh,
take
the senator's
guess.
pregnant. Let's not ask who the father
Pretty
is.
It's
much.
like Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
It just
oh,
happens.
So
Oh,
we're
General
at,
Grievous.
we're at the rolling credits right now. And yeah.
So tell me about General Grievous. He's like, is he a robot or is he a person?
What's
take
for
that.
the?
He originally was an organic like life being, but he sustained a lot of battle damage, and Count Dooku found him and gave him repairs and trained him how to fight like Sith and Jedi and all that, and gave him command of the droid army. But
Cool.
he's from the planet Kalish, I think.
Kalish.
Yeah.
Right next to the planet Quiche. That's really yummy.
It's a great place in the galaxy to be.
It must have good quiche.
Yeah.
That's where the quiches were invented.
So yeah, this is the third one, last of the prequels. Thank God. I'm kind of those first two. I felt they were fun to watch, but I'm almost getting to the point where I don't know anymore if I'm gonna watch the prequels anymore. Especially now that there'll be new 3 movies. I think I might just watch 4, 5, and 6, and then the new 3. Like, I might watch the prequel every 10 years or so.
Has
but
anyone ever like made like an edited version where they just like shorten it down and just keep the core stuff? for the
no,
story?
but there is what they call a machete viewing, where
Oh, that's where you watch it like 2 or like some weird order.
you watch 1 and 2. You watch 4 and 5 first, like the original first 2.
Yeah.
And then you watch 2 and 3, and then you watch the last Star Wars, and you completely skip Phantom Menace.
Right.
And I guess that's a really popular one. I've never tried that way, and I want to. Cause
I was
guess-
thinking maybe we should have done that, but
I think
yeah.
this is probably better to like clear, right?
Yeah.
But like,
And that way we would skip a movie.
Yeah, we would have skipped Phantom Menace and that great pod racing, and we would have never got the wonder of Shmi.
And Shmi is wonderful.
Shmi is not making an appearance in this movie, right?
Oh,
No.
she might.
Oh, she's
Maybe if
in
it's
the
a
heart of all
remastered
the men.
version,
Yeah.
I might throw her in. This
So
is
right-
my favorite part of the movie.
So right now we got a bunch of space battles. That's the reason it's Taylor's favorite part, because he's gonna bitch and complain that there's no space battles in the new Battlefront. So anytime there's a space battle, so there's R2, and this is my whole thing. In the first Star Wars original movie, I hate that
do
they
we have
say.
subtitles?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, we need those.
We have subtitles, folks, so we don't get sued millions of dollars. Oh, look, no, it's kind of funny. The first movie didn't have like 5 different types of English, and this one only has 1.
I don't know, man.
Man on headset. Oh, I love these, but
Do you think this is being picked up? I think it might be a little too loud, or
no, I don't think it's.
Okay.
I don't think so. But my whole thing was I hate him. Obi-Wan calls him the greatest pilot in the galaxy.
Anakin?
Yeah, and you only see him pilot once.
What do you mean once?
In this in a film trilogy, he's only piloted once.
No, he's done it twice.
When?
He did it in episode 1 in the Naboo Starfighter.
Oh my! When he was a little kid.
Yeah, that's where it started.
I mean,
he was
if
a
you're
pod
that good when
racer.
you're a kid, like, come on. give
And
him
he,
some credit.
he pod raced too, which is pretty
That
impressive.
doesn't- I just feel like in the movies they made obviously he was covering up, but in the movie Obi-Wan made it sound like that's all he did was just be a pilot, and he didn't mention he was a Jedi.
Well,
and then he's like, and he was a Jedi.
If you watch the Clone Wars, you see him pull a lot of crazy stuff as a pilot. He
stuff.
proves himself as a great pilot, that's for sure.
See, and it does make me want to watch that TV show, but every problem we've had with these movies so far, you're like, oh, the Clone Wars explains it. So that's why I hate that there's a TV show somewhere out there that no one's seen that explains all these answers because George Lucas didn't write that, right?
Yeah, he worked on it. Written by George Lucas, I'm pretty sure. Says
Are
in
you
credits.
sure?
I'm 100%. His name is on the
Look,
credits. Look it
But
up.
he could just produce it. I'd be very surprised if it came from George Lucas.
I think it's probably that and these two trilogies are the only thing George Lucas has that still exist. Everything else he wrote was canned.
Just kidding.
Well, no, he had his hand in Indiana Jones too.
No, I mean like Disney bought
Oh yeah.
like, from Star Wars.
No, they don't want him around at all. They don't. He's like, they won't even let me give input on the movie. It's like, there's a reason, George. They saw what you did.
Obi-Wan really sucks at getting away from missiles. Like he should just spin around like Anakin did.
Well, remember we had this debate in the last podcast when he says, I hate flying, and we don't know if that's him actually flying or being on ships. And remember, it's not this movie, but in the original trilogy, we gotta see if he says he hates flying. And
Oh, buzz droids, these little buggers.
Like he looked like he was going
they're cackling at
so
him.
slow through those buzz droids.
Stalking their children.
gunned
They're
it, cackling through them and smashed them.
R4. Not R4.
Oh no! Oh, poor
Saddest
R4.
part of the entire series.
Yeah.
the entire
R4.
series. No, he did not write.
He didn't?
No.
Oh.
He's just the...
Here's Anakin's turning to the dark
He
side.
just has his
trying to
dirty
kill his
little hands.
master.
See?
Dirty little hand.
Squealing. Oh, well, he's-
Squeal like a pig, Obi-Wan.
in the other ones, who was it that was just constantly blubbering? That was like their sound
Is
effect.
that Jar Jar and his clan?
His clan,
Like
yeah.
blubber?
They were just
Like,
blubbering.
What are they? The Gungans, right?
They weren't chirping. They were
The Gungans.
The Gungans.
Yeah. So here are our space battle. Obi-Wan's getting owned right now. They're all over me, Anakin.
Did you guys see that conspiracy theory that Jar Jar is like a...
A Jedi?
Yeah.
I could believe it.
Oh, stop!
I could.
He's not!
If he could.
J.J. Abrams have said they're practically ignoring everything from the prequels. When they asked about midichlorians, he's like, I didn't even think about that.
I don't believe like Jar Jar's gonna come back or anything like that. I just mean like this part where Jar Jar could actually have been like a force sensitive being
That's
without
stupid.
anyone knowing him
If
playing.
that's
dumb.
stupid, if
He's
that's
so
real...
smart that he just plays dumb. Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, he still gives bad people the power. If that's true,
Maybe he was in
George
league
Lucas.
with Darth Sidious.
Maybe he's a Sith Lord.
I don't want a
He's
Jar
coming
Jar.
back in the later movies.
I don't want a Jar Jar Sith Lord.
That'd
Well,
be
that's been.
amazing.
Have you seen that trailer of the new ones, the Kylo Ren one, where it's? Oh no, it's like the last Star Wars trailer, and Jar Jar's editing all of them, and Jar Jar's like the one who's Kylo Ren, and like it's really funny, but
That's
like
so
it's really
awesome.
scary.
It's scary. It's a frightening thought.
Yeah, because it's just this next movie has so much hope. So
Alright, so what are they doing right now?
yeah, tell
Where did we leave off? Because I don't quite remember.
how
That was about a
much
month
years
ago.
is this from?
3.
So it's 3 years from the last movie.
What happened at the end of the last one again?
Anakin got his hand chopped off because he was an idiot. Because he's like, I can take Dooku. Him and Padme secretly got married.
Yeah.
They got
Oh,
the
yeah.
clones, and then they've been doing the Clone Wars. So the Clone Wars lasted 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, I didn't know that.
Wow. That was
Hey
a
man,
long
war drags on.
So and now they're
Making
after
this
Grievous pretty much right now, right? Oh no, they're
No,
saving
that's
Palpatine,
Yeah.
Chancellor Palpatine.
the guy who's maybe Darth
Palpatine.
Sidious.
Yeah, at this point, we don't know if he's actually the Emperor.
But we do know because they've made every hint towards it. Anytime they talk about the dark side, they just zoom in on this one senator, and it's like, George Lucas.
I wish they kept the deleted scene where you see Shakti get killed by Grievous.
Shock T?
I don't because
that was another Jedi.
it gave me a great boss battle in The Force Unleashed.
Yeah, I can't argue with
Oh,
that.
we get
but-
Grievous here. The
Browse. And that
Me and
coffin-
Travis destroyed this guy in Infinity.
Yeah, we did. We had to verse him twice actually. He's a bad one, Jama.
He
He's a bad cough.
That's actually George Lucas's cough
Really?
when he was sick. And some people have hated that, which I kind of agree, because why is a robot coughing?
Do you know why he's coughing?
Why is he coughing? Because his voice box was broken by Obi-Wan?
he's-
No.
Smoker.
When they landed on the planet, when they landed on the planet to abduct the Chancellor, Mace Windu took on Grievous and nearly killed him, and used the Force and crushed his chest, and so it created that cough. Because he's still an organic being. He's not a full-on robot. That's why he's got the heart and all that. But Mace Windu crushed his lungs, kind of.
Yeah, what the heck are these droids?
Those are the most useless droids. Like,
Yeah, you think when they were making that, they're like, should we make them a bit stronger? And no, like they're
super
gonna
battle
last.
droids.
You should just make them kill on
Watch
sight.
those wrist rockets.
I guess
that's like
they-
my favorite quote from Battlefront 2.
I guess they're going more for like quantity over quality with those droids, because there is a lot of them. But
Yeah. Yeah, but they're pretty useless.
the only thing I'll give this movie is it does make Obi-Wan and Anakin seem like they're a bit more friendly. You know, like they're kind of hanging out and chilling. But
Like with each other?
yeah, like and they're cracking jokes and smiling. That's the thing I don't like in that last one we watched. Is like it just seems like Anakin just hates him, but he's always like, oh, he's like my father. This and that. He's like, fuck you, Obi-Wan. Like there's never any
Yeah.
time where you're like, oh, there is a relationship here. Where at least here they've kind of like there's kind of a back and forth. So that's just
It's
funny.
getting more
line.
mature.
That force jump?
Always on the move.
Yeah.
That's what I like that line. I just like Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor's the saving
Yeah.
grace in this movie, and he should come back.
Alright, so this elevator not working so
It's
well.
hamming out big time.
His hair's not working out so well either.
Oh.
Obi-Wan?
Yeah, he's got this thing going down his forehead.
Oh, I thought you just meant his haircut in general. I'm like, leave
No,
the guy
no, his
alone,
haircut's
man.
good, but just there, it was horrible.
He's a good looking guy.
Making jokes on his hair. Look at that hair. Jeez.
Oh, the groans and the chirps.
Man, that's what he like. Chirping happens a lot, and I guess it's probably the
A lot of
droids.
chirping, lots of blubbering.
Were you talking about his mole?
No, his hair was like went down the
Okay.
middle of his
Like,
forehead.
leave this guy alone. He can't take that mole.
No, I love Obi-Wan. I agree. He's the one who like pretty
Oh,
much
the Force
tried to
jump.
save this
That
movie, but
was pretty
it was like
sway
80% there.
He tried to say this.
He
No,
movie?
tried to save
Back
the
in the
movie.
elevator.
If it was just Obi-Wan, the movie would have been saved.
So is this not your favorite of the prequels? Is it still the Clone Wars? Oh, somebody better mute their phone.
I think that might have been
No,
you.
that was you. 100%.
I guarantee that it was probably Taylor.
It was Obi-Wan.
He's...
Talking shit.
Oh man, R2 coming through.
R2 flying when he can't find the originals, you know?
No, this was definitely my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah, I'd agree, because it's a bit darker, and it's the best out of a bad bunch. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like the first two really, and this one, it's still kind of, it's really cheesy, and there's no, like, soul to it really. It's just kind of like Star Wars, but, like, it's alright.
Star Wars.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't really like it.
No.
'Cause, when the clones turned on everyone, I was like, oh, it sucks.
Yeah, and like, and I guess it was good they have Anakin kill these kids, but it was just he just acts so like pouty at the end of the movie. It's never like he's just kind of whiny, and I want him to be like super strong. And...
You want him to be Vader.
Exactly. So look at that
So
CGI.
bad.
Look at that CGI.
Yeah.
Christopher Lee.
Pretty good for a 90-year-old man.
He just did a front flip. If you're not following along, but so. In the Clone Wars TV show, did they bump into him at any point?
Dooku?
Yeah.
All the time.
So in this movie, they completely negate that by like, oh, we won't do it like last time, and they're talking about last time they fought.
Well,
Dooku.
many of the last times they fought him, they kind of sucked. So,
so every
it's not-
time they're like, not like the last time, and
Pretty
they go and
much.
suck.
Pretty much.
I hate this because I'm pretty sure Obi-Wan gets to me look like a big bitch in this fight coming up here. I'm pretty sure Dooku just takes him out really quick.
Well, Dooku is a pretty strong guy, like, especially because he was the apprentice of Yoda, and he taught Qui-Gon.
Look at that.
So I mean, he's gonna know everything Obi-Wan has to offer because he is the guy who trained his master, and the master trained Obi-Wan. He's gonna know everything that he's got, and he had to come off as weak here as part of the plan.
I guess they
This is
just
being that useless.
they just never made. Look at this again. Obi-Wan just got back up there, and then boom.
That's the first time you ever see
Oh.
another guy actually do Force choke in the movies, because it's usually only Anakin. It was
Yeah.
his signature move.
And look at this. Not legs broken at all. He gets to walk later.
Well, that makes no sense. His legs obviously just got crushed.
Big time by like a 100-ton like piece of metal.
Yeah.
Maybe just pinned it perfectly, so it just holds him down without hurting him.
Perfectly on his kneecaps.
Dooku's actually secretly a nice guy.
I think with Dooku, they just never made him I guess he just wasn't cool. Maybe like if this was Darth Maul, this would have been so much cooler. Like
Darth Maul is like my favorite villain.
this is when they should have killed Darth Maul. They should have saved him for the very end. Because look at the Clone Wars. He's still hanging around. He's still like doing droid stuff. So yeah.
Dooku has a curved.
Oh!
Dooku's hand just got chopped off.
Both his hands.
That's what I said. His hands.
Oh, I
just
thought
got
you said
chopped off.
hand. I didn't hear the S.
Let's not have this debate again of like people's hands getting chopped off. I do like this, even though his body turns into big time CGI. They didn't even go and get like a dummy. Like you'll see, he's about to cut Dooku's head off.
Spoilers.
We don't know that yet.
Oh come on! He has two lightsabers pressed up against his throat. Look at that.
Do it.
Oh, it always has to be CGI.
Well, they can't actually cut someone's head off.
But it can be a dummy.
That's not ethical.
It can be a dummy. I've seen horror movies. It works for them.
That's true.
Yeah, see? True statements.
Did he just
Good
forget
point.
about
Yeah.
Did he forget
Ew,
about
Anakin.
Obi-Wan?
What? Yeah, Anakin or Obi-Wan's legs are just breaking, but
But it's okay.
well, yeah, and especially they're in the middle. Look at what's going on behind them, and they're just having like this sand people shouting in the face.
They don't even care about the millions of troops dying in the
Yeah, they're
background.
just like having this like.
Oh right, Obi-Wan.
No, look, he wants to leave him. Palpatine. No time. And look, that didn't look like they put it on him at all. So it makes no sense why he dropped it on him. I don't know. So I guess it would just be if Obi-Wan tried to lift his leg up, but if he pushed backwards, he could get out. I just feel like he didn't
Yeah.
think that out,
He
dude.
was knocked out. Good move.
So Dooku's gone. He's dead. We're down at Grievous. Big CGI war going on right here.
This is what I want. This is what I want in Battlefront.
Inner
You're not
space
gonna get it out
battles.
of Battlefront, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wait for the next Star Wars game.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Battlefront or this
No,
movie?
that part there, just two ships going at it. I love the Venator class cruisers.
Yeah, see, like when I was
Star
younger, I
Wars.
loved this. Like,
Yeah.
This was awesome.
I think we talked about, like, you were here, I think on the first cast we might have talked about this, if not, it was before. It's one of these, I feel like every year that I get older and older, these movies are harder to watch, like the first three, because I watched them as a kid, and I liked them, because you're, like, young, and it's like, oh, just cool Star Wars space adventure. But every year, like, I find more problems, and I find them, like, harder to watch, where the original I still can watch, and that's
Oh,
why
the
I think...
originals are so good.
Yeah,
Like
they-
all the shots when he's on Tatooine.
Yeah, like there's...
and the music.
There's
Oh,
just
it's so
like
good.
there's just like it has like an aura around it and like a soul, and it's like one of these where it's like it's not because like everyone says that you could watch them as a kid and know like you could feel they're different. You still like these, but you just felt some of the prequels and true to be honest, like I still saw like did everyone see the originals before they saw the prequels even as a kid?
I can't remember what probably.
Because I saw the originals first because my grandma gave me like a box set of VHS.
I have that box.
Of like yeah, and it's like Yoda,
Yeah.
Vader. Who's the third one?
Stormtrooper.
The storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I
I have
got
it in
that
my
for
room,
Christmas,
yeah.
and I saw them, and like it blew my mind, like Star Wars. And then after I saw that, it felt like Star Wars was on TV all the time. Like Spike TV be playing it constantly. I remember seeing like the first Star Wars all the time on TV, just A New Hope always, and I always for some reason would play it when they're in the like the trash compactor when they're
Yeah.
about to get squished. Like that's when I'm always like, oh
Oh yeah.
And the
that
weird
scene.
worm thing. That
Yeah.
was like no roll.
yeah. But yeah, I had saw that before this, so as a kid, I still liked it, and I knew obviously like the twist. But yeah, as I've gotten older, it's harder to watch. There's just not much to go back. Like I feel like, especially because we're doing this for the cast. Any other time, I felt like I'm watching this just because I have to. It's part of the thing. But this could be my last time for a while. Like this might be my last time I watch episode 3. Like for a good minute.
Good minute.
Yeah.
Notice how they were going down the elevator shaft and they swung in through the one elevator doors that were open and all the rest were closed. You know how fortunate that is?
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
They
lucky.
use their Jedi mind sense.
How did this happen? We're smarter than this. Apparently not.
And in the Clone Wars,
Oh, wow, he's walking like a champ now. Look at that.
oh yeah, his legs force healing.
Oh, apparently, yeah.
In the Clone Wars, do they explain why Anakin has this random scar over his eye?
Yeah.
Didn't you get that
Yeah.
in the last movie?
No, he just gets his arm chopped off.
They don't explain it in the cartoon. You have to watch the original, the
Yeah.
original really, really cartoony one.
Like the
Star Wars The
movie?
Clone Wars Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Yeah.
You never saw that? That's not the movie. It came out before the movie and the cartoon series that's popular now, it's like an original one, and that's basically what shows him get a scar.
And how does it get it?
I can't remember. I haven't seen it in a long time. This is back in like 2006.
God damn it, David.
This is a 2006 cartoon.
I just felt it was kind of random. Like, was the scar really needed?
Shows a sense of evil.
Yeah.
But
Evil.
he gets burned later, and that you can't see that scar.
Just like it's like the first step to the dark side.
But he didn't choose that. He didn't like self-inflict. Like
It's just a hidden symbol.
I guess.
Something that doesn't add up here is he's like, oh, you're shorter than expected and all that. Like they're meeting for the first time, but in the Clone Wars they meet a few times.
Well, I don't think they had a plan to write a like succeed. That's my whole thing. That like that's where the Clone Wars kind of like doesn't fall because they talk about them not seeing them. R2.
Whoa, R2, relax, man.
He's like the greatest utility knife.
Pretty much.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Gonna try to find out why Anakin has a scar.
It happened in the pod race.
Where was it in the second movie then? Where he went back to Tatooine?
He wore a cover up. He was very self-conscious about it. Now he just doesn't have time to cover it up.
Yeah, he's too good for that.
I feel bad
He's
for
grown
Obi-Wan
to
here.
deal with it.
Like he
He's
tries
grown
so
to love it.
hard.
Yeah. Oh.
He just can't get a break.
He doesn't need a head.
Dude, I would take that weapon and use that. That's a good weapon.
George Lucas at the time put it in, and he had no idea why. He just put it in.
But then what?
As I'm reading, he said, so that's one of those things that happen in the novels between the books. I guess there's novels going on between the books. He has to explain how it got there. I think Anakin got it from slipping in the bathtub, but of course he's not going to tell anybody that.
Well, that's lame. That's incredibly
Maybe
lame.
So
George
he's just
Lucas
kind of
got
like
mad.
he's just kind of like whatever. Like there he has a scar. Like obviously, I guess someone else gave it to him, but
I think George Lucas gave it to him.
no, he said a book. No, he said in the books in between somehow he got a scar, so he just put it in there.
Oh.
But like,
Getting pretty feisty with Shmi, I think.
ew, that's his mom. Who's dead?
Can't do what you gotta do.
He got backhanded as a kid.
The first appearance of the scar, however, was the cover of the comic book Republic number 71, so it wasn't a cartoon, it was a comic book.
Oh,
Really?
The Dreadnoughts of
You don't know
Rendell, Part
anything?
3. Yeah, his meter's going down, remember?
Oh.
Kettles.
time to abandon ship? Well, you already did that.
Anakin-
Blowing out the windows.
Anakin fights a lightsaber duel with Count Dooku's apprentice. You're supposed to say, it's like Ashka Ventress or whatever.
Asajj Ventress.
Thank you. She eventually gets the upper hand, but decides to show off her precision instead of killing him, swiping the tip of her lightsaber over his right eye. Anakin eventually wins the fight, leaving her severely weakened, but still alive. So someone just did it as like a screw you, look what I can do. Like,
Look what I can do.
They should have
I
had
can't
Asajj
kill you.
Ventress in this. It would have made it a lot more cooler.
but she wasn't planned until the clone. Well, I guess these books were happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Too much Star Wars. Too many movies.
Well, that's why
TV
when
shows
Disney
and
bought
books.
the Star Wars, they're like, none of the books count.
I've never like met anyone who is like so like, just so trying to turn a negative into a positive. We're still flying half a ship. You know, we're crashing to our doom on the planet's surface, but we got half the ship.
Are you saying that about Anakin?
No, Obi-Wan.
Oh, well, of course, Obi-Wan.
We were determined that Obi-Wan's a nice guy.
He's a great guy.
He's great.
Great facial hair. Great
So
hair.
what planet are they crashing into right now?
Coruscant.
Cool. Cool.
Did you know that, or did you see them talk about it?
No, I know it because I played Battlefront 2 a lot,
Oh.
and it looks the exact same.
Everyone on there is freaking out, but Palpatine is like, "Oh, this is okay. Like, we'll be fine. We'll live."
Well, he can see the future, right?
Yeah.
Those little fire
Shut down
water
your
things are
meters.
good as shit.
And the meter's going down.
It's
You're at a
going
4
down.
now.
Well, technically, he can't really see the future. He just uses the Force to cloud the Jedi from seeing into the future.
Chirping. He's chirping.
He's chirping him.
Chirp.
You guys suck.
Now he's squealing. Squealing continues. Squealing
Isn't Coruscant
intensifies.
just a giant city, like the entire planet?
Pretty much. It consists of levels from the planet's
It's New
core
York.
going up.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy.
There's a whole planet, one city.
There's probably still a whole battalion of droids on that ship.
That they're on?
Yeah, because it's General Grievous' flagship, so there's probably still a lot of battle
Nah,
droids
they
on
don't
there.
care.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
What's a few droids here?
We don't even know how you got a scar, okay? You're not gonna worry about the droids.
Oh, you can see the Millennium Falcon. See it take off? It just took off right there. Oh, and it's landing there too. You
Yeah.
see it twice. There's 2 Millennium Falcons, people.
Originally, they did write. You heard that they originally had a young Han Solo in here.
That would have been cool.
No, it wouldn't have. I'm so happy it didn't
That would've been
happen. I got enough with young other characters.
What if it was Shia LaBeouf that played it?
Oh, fuck off.
Just do it!
He still could. He still could. They're making a solo Han Solo movie.
With Shia LaBeouf?
No, just
Shy surprise.
he's getting his own movie, the Han Solo, because it's rumored to be him and Boba Fett, like a prequel.
That'd be neat.
Do you guys have anybody in mind you'd like to see playing, like any actor right now, not Shia LaBeouf?
No idea.
Other than Shia?
Truthfully, I want.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh yeah, Mads for Han
He can't. He's
Solo.
already a different character.
Oh right, he's already Star Wars. Remember?
Yeah, he can't.
He's already
be
gonna be
in
in Star
Who
Wars.
isn't in Star Wars?
He might be a big character too. We don't know yet.
Michael Fassbender.
No.
He needs to be a Sith Lord. He can't
Sith
be Han.
Lord.
He could. He actually would be a good Han.
Yeah.
Well, Mike Fassbender. You could say anything. You'd be like, if they were making a movie of the Magic School Bus, you'd be like, Michael Fassbender can play the bus. Like he's that good now. He is. Like he could play the shark in Jaws. He could play E.T. in the remake. No, he's that good an actor. I'm not even joking. Greatest actor of all time. Get him in Star Wars. There was a rumor when they were casting that it was him, that he was going to be in it, but nothing came of it. So I hope it happens at some point. But
Mhm. So we got Jar Jar the homie back in town. C-3PO's as golden as ever.
What about this? What about Jesse from Breaking Bad for Han Solo?
No.
He's too young and too like squirrely.
He's too much of a punk.
Okay.
It's too squirrely.
Too squirrely.
I'm just trying to think
I
of
like
like a
that.
young, hot, up and coming guy that's like has like that attitude of like I don't
Couldn't
care.
they just CGI his face?
No,
Like, kind of
no,
go the Tron way
no,
with
no.
Jeff Bridges?
No. I don't want that.
We should probably inform everyone what's going on right now.
Yeah. If you're not watching along, they got back to Coruscant, and Anakin and whatever Padme just reunited, and they're still trying to keep this a secret. But they're hugging in this huge fucking city, even though like these people walk up the side. What happens is one guy walks up like, "Hey, like, why
Well,
you guys?"
it's not like they're kissing or.
He's
getting-
stroking her
Yeah,
head.
but it could be just best friends.
That's
Like
so
I don't
weird.
do that
Your
to my
hair
best
literally
friend.
naked right now.
Your hair feels so good.
Oh,
Padme.
she's kissing.
Oh.
You just said that.
Well, the whole group has walked away, so they
But
can
then
kiss
it's
now.
a whole city. Somebody could walk and be like, "Well, that's awkward. Why is that Jedi kissing her? He's not allowed to
And
do
then
that."
paparazzi shows up, takes some photos.
Yeah.
He just has to say,
Coruscant
"Oh,
Weekly
it's my
or on the
sister. It's my
page."
sister."
That's actually why he turns to the dark side. They get pictures of Padme with Jar Jar while he's
Oh,
going. Like,
shit.
how long has he been away from Padme?
I think it's been a few months. I want to say 6 months. I think I could be way off. though.
he doesn't know she's pregnant,
right?
Oh, he sure
she
does
does.
now.
Annie, I'm
I'm
pregnant.
pregnant.
And she has the baby like right away. So he had to have been
I
gone
think
for
it
like
must have been 6 months.
he had to have been gone for like it has to be 9 months is pregnancy. If she has a baby,
Well,
like,
they're probably premature because she got choked.
do you see the kids at the end? They're fully healthy. So we're looking at 9 months, down to 3.
I don't know about childbirth.
Yeah,
I
I'd
don't
say
know
3.
stuff.
I'd say 3.
They're Jedi, so like maybe Jedi kids are born perfect. I don't know.
Even premature Jedi.
Oh, see that?
Oh, big
So
makeup
many
session.
people can see. Well, I
They
guess
have
they're-
better things to do than
they're hidden in the- in the
pay
shadows.
attention to things like that.
That looks like an inefficient ship, I gotta say.
It is.
That looks more
it's
like
a
a boat.
Nemoidian shuttle.
A Nemodian shuttle?
Yeah.
You actually know the name of that specific
Well,
ship?
it's a Nemoidian ship. I don't know if it's called Nemoidian shuttle. Don't quote me.
I'll quote you on it. It seems
I'm gonna look it up.
legit. Oh, this is where they fight Grievous at some point, right?
Yeah,
And
in like another hour though, I think.
Wait, what planet is this again? Naboo?
Tatooine.
No,
This
it's
is not Naboo.
Do you know it?
No, I don't know the prequel planets.
Really? Oh, it's
No.
Utapau.
Yeah,
Utapau.
Utapau. Yeah, that's the one.
Utapau?
Utapau.
Utapau.
They're the
My
Magna
grandma's from
Guards
Utapau,
escorting
actually.
Grievous.
Of course,
My
vocalizing.
grandma's from Utapau.
Oh, really?
Nice. I feel bad for her. 'Cause isn't she like a part of this army?
No, she lived on the other side of the planet.
She's just a cook.
In a shack.
The nice place.
Yeah, on the lake.
Does this planet have water?
No. Not that I know of.
Oh,
Your grandma's lying to
It
you,
has
Kirkland.
that
She's
water.
totally a
It has that
soldier.
water.
Oh, I just live in a
I
shack
think
by
your
the
grandma's
lake.
General Grievous.
Yeah.
man.
Oh, that's my grandma. Mustafar.
She always seemed a little robotic to me.
I think he's talking about the Emperor, weren't you? The Emperor's not a robot, man.
What?
The Emperor's not a robot.
I know. What?
Never mind. I thought you were saying that was robotic.
No, I was saying General Grievous is robotic,
I'm sorry. I was wrong.
which I think is pretty accurate. He's pretty robotic.
I don't get why Sidious was unveiling like a huge part of his plan, like to Grievous. There, Grievous has no. The only one who should have known his plan was Dooku. Grievous has in no way needs to know anything except.
Fill
like,
them in on what the plan he just gave them if they're not watching along.
Well, he's
no, the microphone. They're watching.
Well, you're pointing there. I was
I
like,
actually
pointing
missed
at-
out too, so
well,
I talked to the microphone for the
basically,
people.
Dooku was like, or Grievous was like, but we
Hang
lost
on, hang on.
Dooku.
Creepy Anakin stare just happening. I just always gotta point that out when it happens. Anyways, continue.
He had the camera.
He's just here. He's just standing there at Padme. I know they're a couple now, but he still comes off creepy. Like,
He is creepy.
yeah. What does he say here? Oh, he just.
You are so beautiful.
Does he say
He
that?
says that. You're so beautiful.
Hang on.
Here it
before he
comes.
Okay, explain my plan again.
Only because I'm so in love. No, because I'm so in love with you.
Oh, that delivery.
I'm
He's
shut
like, "Whoa,
down.
You love me?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh.
Okay, what's the plan?
She kind of has a baby bump though, so
She
like
does.
that puts some time on the
She's-
pregnancy.
She's just
I
playing off
think-
like she got knocked out.
I think he's been gone for a full 8 months, and she's going in her 9th month. If she's about to have the baby, she has the baby in like a week.
That is true.
That's why I said like there's no way 6 months. And if it's premature, fine. But you'll see, it can't be premature because the kids are literally like good to go. Hayden Christensen, props. He's really jacked in this movie. Good for him. Because in the first one, he's really skinny.
He went through his training.
Yeah, exactly.
It's easier to lift weights when you got a robotic arm.
What was the plan that
well,
Palpatine released?
the plan was Palpatine was going to get a new apprentice, and he was going to have the war end soon, and all will be good for Palpatine and his order. And Grievous was like, but we lost Dooku. What are we going to do about
Necessary
this?
loss.
And so, yeah, it was a necessary loss. And Sidious just unveiled a big part of his plan that he's going to have a new apprentice, and
But-
the war was going to end.
I think that's fair because now with Dooku gone, I feel like General's got a second in command, isn't he, Grievous?
Yeah, but
so he kind of has
Grievous
to film in.
Grievous didn't play any part because Grievous was going to die there at any... Like, Sidious knew Grievous was going to die because Sidious gave away the coordinates to Grievous, his location, to the Jedi Council. Or he gave it to Anakin, actually, so Anakin could present it to the Council.
I'm trying
And that was a way to get Anakin frustrated at the Council because they knew they wouldn't send him. They'd send
Maybe
someone
he's just a nice
experienced.
guy. He still wants to fill in his team, you know? He wants to let them know what's going on. Even though he's going to kill his team, he's like, hey, but I'm going to get a new apprentice.
And
Bad.
then Anakin had a bad dream where
A recurring theme in these movies.
his whole life is a bad dream.
This whole movie.
His career is a bad dream.
Brutal.
He dreams about his mom and Padme. So he's just saying
Like how Padme sleeps with all of her makeup on. Dedication.
Oh, you should saw
It's a
the
good wife.
second movie. In the second movie, she literally changed costume 6 times on, like, the same planet the same day. They're having dinner, and then they go to, like, the balcony and different, and then they go to, like, the fireplace and different. Like, she's always different hair, always different. Yeah.
She just likes to swag out.
Anakin's filling Padme in on his dream that she's gonna die. Because he's a real smooth talker. I don't feel like I would have told her. I would have just kept it to myself.
Yeah, but she was like, when are we going to be honest with each other? So he's trying to be honest, you know?
Honest? Well, he obviously wasn't honest when he said he'd pull out. Sorry, I just had to throw it.
What?
Because they weren't obviously having safe relations, you know.
But why did he have to pull out? What if it just happened and she's like, oh, well, I might be pregnant?
Well, they're in the future. You think they could have had some high-tech stuff to not let that from happening. But you see them, they're both like
It's a long,
16,
long time ago. It's not the
17-year-old
future.
teenagers with the way they
No.
acted. Like, oh no, we got kids. We got a kid now. That was terrible.
Even with birth control and condoms, you can still get pregnant. They're only 99%.
Yeah, but this is in the future where they can literally travel from one galaxy or solar system to another and like.
Or maybe they
It's
haven't.
a long time ago.
fully
You
figured
can't
out
stop-
safe sex.
You
don't know
can't.
that,
You
Taylor.
can't stop evolution though, and science.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, I just thought that would be a funny joke.
Did you guys talk about in the first movie how like Padme was like the same age and Anakin was like a kid? That was pretty interesting, I thought.
There was a lot of controversy.
Travis was also commenting on how Natalie Portman was too young at a certain part, and then like when she hit age 18 or whatever, they just like took all her clothes off her.
In the first movie, she was actually our secretary. Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she let us know that when she was 16 or she was 18 when she filmed the first one, so she couldn't show any skin. So like she's always clothed up on it, and then when like the second one happens, she's like all in these like super revealing like whatnot. But no, we did the age thing, and Anakin was about 10, and Padme in the movie is about 18. So really, it's only an 8-year difference. Yeah. It's just still creepy that it's like the little boy she falls in love with, but it's still it's only an 8 year, so it's not too bad. But I think it's just because it is just kind of the whole you met him as a kid. If she just met him as like 8 years old, I don't think it would be as bad. But the kid thing's kind of weird because she's always like, "Oh, I always remember you as that kid." So it's like, then why do you sleep with this kid? Then
Weird
like,
fetish.
yeah, like it's really strange. Yoda just made his first appearance. He's talking to Anakin, right?
Get some chapped lips.
Yoda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Someone
Is that the
told me.
only scene they really shared together in the movies? Like Solo, I don't think they ever have another scene together.
Who?
Yeah,
Yoda and Anakin.
they don't. I mean, the only other time you see Anakin talk to Yoda is in the first one when
We chose
they're
their
doing
train, right?
the train thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but they're not alone. That's what I mean.
Yeah, they're not alone. That's the first one-on-one they've had.
And only in the movies.
Yoda. Yoda homie.
Yoda.
Yoda. Yoda's rap career didn't work out, so he became a Jedi instead.
Have you guys ever seen the Star Wars rap? If you haven't, you should YouTube that
I
sometime.
feel like I probably have. at
I've
some
seen a
point.
few.
It was a
raps.
big thing back in the day when I was younger.
Yeah, I
Back
think
in the old times.
there's probably a lot of them.
Like their slow walks they always do.
They're not even
Like
talking.
those
They're
temples.
just
Yeah,
walking
like-
together. I like this. This is nice.
I like quiet walks.
I wonder if
In
Obi-Wan
Coruscant.
was cool with letting Anakin as a little boy go up to this old man's council chambers to just go for these walks.
It's really creepy.
I think so. They did that stuff with Shmi, so.
Classic Shmi.
The Jedi seem to be very much like religious, like the Pope and whatnot. There seems to
Yeah.
be some shady stuff that goes on with the Jedi.
With the little kids. They store. In the Jedi temple.
So he just offered him a new job.
He can't give him that. That's what the council can only give him, the rank of master. But Palpatine says, I want you to be a master, just to play at his mind, because he's going to go to the Jedi Council and say, the Chancellor wants me to be a master now, and they're going to say, no, it's our decision. It's going to make him get a sissy fit. You'll
And that's
see it
my
here.
problem with the character. Darth Vader should never have sissy fits. He should have been a strong character, not been like so manipulated. That's my problem with them. Is like
Yeah, but he's at a very weak point right now because he's got
Doesn't
the
matter,
love of
though.
his life that could possibly die, and he's got all this conflict, and he's trying to be stronger, and he's got a lot going on for him.
when you think about
He's had a
Darth,
rough life.
when you think about Darth Vader, do you think of like this bitch character? No, you think of like this super powerful, strong guy. And I know that's how he
Well,
becomes.
he goes
but like,
through his character change for sure.
but there's no change. He's just a bitch the whole way through, and then he's a badass. It makes no sense.
Well, I mean, if you look at like Hitler or Napoleon, they had hard
Whoa.
childhoods.
But we don't know if they were a bitch.
They could have been.
Like I don't think they were. When I
there
think
was a bitch in the Curse cast.
I'm just saying that, like, I felt like in the second one he should have been like the whiny kind of tween thing, but in the third one, this is all he does. He just mopes, and he's just like, it shouldn't have been. Oh, he was manipulated. He should have made the choice alone. I'm saying when they were writing this way back, he should have made the choice by himself. For like, you know what, fuck the Jedi. This is a better way of doing it. I'm going with Palpatine. Not this whole like, oh, I was manipulated and blah 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 and like love story. And like the love story's fine, but like you still could have done that if he was just like, you know what, screw the Jedi. Like I'm gonna go the dark side.
But
Like,
I see it working well because if you look at Darth Vader in the original, he's very submissive. Like even the Grand Moff Tarkin and the Palpatine, he's very like obedient. Over all the other Sith, that you've seen in other games and all that, he is very, very loyal and obedient. I know behind the scenes he's tried to overthrow Chancellor,
Yeah, so
but
he's
in
not
the
that-
movies, he's very, very loyal. In the movies,
He's not, though.
Yeah, he is.
In Return of the Jedi, he's like, hey, Luke, let's kill the Emperor together.
Yeah, but he was
That's
saying
not loyal at
he
all.
The Emperor wasn't surprised to hear that. It was a way to lure Luke in.
Yeah, but they still would have just killed the Emperor.
I don't know.
If Darth Vader had his way and Luke joined him, they would have just killed the
Because
Emperor.
why didn't Darth Vader let? Because even the Emperor was saying, "Strike me down, kill me," and all that stuff. And Luke Luke went in to kill, pulled his lightsaber and went into attack, and Darth Vader defended the Emperor. Remember that?
I don't.
So why would Darth Vader defend? Like, we'll get to that.
Because I think he would want Luke to kill the Emperor the way Vader wanted, because not the Emperor. Because I feel like if the Emperor coaxes him into it, then I don't know. Or that's just Darth not wanting him to be the dark side. I don't know.
We'll have to watch when we get to episode
We'll get
6.
when we get to 6.
Dive into
We'll
it.
talk about that scene. But
So what is happening in this scene here?
so now Anakin's a master, but he doesn't have. Or no, he's
No,
on the
he's
council, but he's not a master.
That's
So-
never been done before.
So it's like
Oh, okay.
you're playing for the Patriots, but you're benched the whole time. Like it's kind of like that. Like you're part
Still
of the
getting
team.
paid though.
Yeah, he's still getting paid and laid.
Yeah. Paid and laid.
Yeah.
It's the
Paid
best.
and laid by Padme.
Yeah. And then now that he's sending him on a mission, right?
Obi-Wan wants him to spy on the Chancellor, and of course he caves and says, "They wanted me to spy on you, Chancellor."
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's that's. I think that's just been my problem with why I want to really ignore it. Because even if Palpatine did have something over Vader and kind of like a power and whatnot, it's just he just comes off as he has no, I don't know, ambition. He has nothing that's his original thought. Where in the original trilogy, Vader looks off like he's a very powerful being. He may answer someone that's higher than him, but it's not like it felt like it was always his choice or he was complying. Where in this movie they just make him look like to be a victim, and to me Vader's not a victim.
In this, he's got a lot going on. Like in the later ones, he has nothing to worry about. All his worst fears have come true, and he's basically said, "Fuck everything. I'm just gonna do everything the way I can now." In this, he's got to take everything in consideration, and he's got people not trusting him and people hurting and all this stuff, and he's just trying to make everything work. And in the original trilogy, he doesn't have to make anything work. He just has to kill and dominate.
I guess. I just wish they got there in a better way. I just wish this last movie Anakin wouldn't have been just so like teenage girl hates her dad. Like
I
that's how
agree.
he seems
I
like.
agree.
It's just you look at him. It's like, how does this guy become the most powerful thing? It's kind of like, obviously we haven't seen the movie at all, but it's the thing we've talked about a bit about the new Joker. It's like, okay, how does this guy go up against Batman? And obviously they'll maybe hopefully find a way, but like, how does the guy from Hot Topic with sweatpants fight the greatest hero of all time, or one of them? And it's one of these things, same thing. How does this guy become Darth Vader? It doesn't. What Darth Vader is in that movie does not match who this is. Like it's completely different, and I think a lot of people feel that way because one of the reasons why they don't like George Lucas. Even if he had mopey elements, but he just never. Like, even when he turns evil, and just the way he talks to Obi-Wan later, it's so just still, like, whiny and just, like, my power, and it's just, like, he's never confident. It's, like, and like I said, I don't blame Hayden Christensen, really. I actually don't. I feel like it is the writing. It's, like, and I get what you're saying. He does have a lot of pressure, but it could have been done a different way. Like, he should have made more of a choice. I don't know. Like, later on when he kills Mace Windu, it shouldn't be because, like, oh, like, just to save the Emperor. He should kill him because, you know what? I'm tired of Mace Windu. I want him. Like, there should have been a shift of... We should have got to see the Darth Vader from the original trilogy not in the mask. But we never get to see that. Even when at the end of this movie, he's just like... That's what I mean. Like, I just want to see a bit of that.
How big is the time?
It's like 30 years, right?
20 years.
20 years. So I know there's a lot of development, but still, I would have liked to seen a little bit of that.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see it, but it
Because
makes sense.
that was the
like, over
selling
20
point
years,
of the
like-
prequel. Was
Like,
seeing
I'll release a new movie about that.
Yeah, that was the selling point of the prequels to me when you were going to see them was like, oh, you get to see Vader young, and like that's where I would have liked the first one as a kid, second one is like normal good guy, and then third one his like Descendant of Madness. But this is kind of just like he's like, oh, he's a good guy who like falls in with the bad crowd.
Well-
where in the original trilogy you feel like he picked this life, where he's like, and he believes it.
That's George Lucas actually to the left in the blue.
Boo.
That's actually him.
Oh yeah, I can see.
But maybe in Rogue One they might actually show. It may not have a lot to do with Darth Vader, but
He'll be in it.
He'll be in it, but maybe they'll show him kind of properly transition more into the Darth Vader we know of.
I don't think so, because doesn't that happen like right before the first movie, Rogue One, because they get the plans? So that's,
Does it happen right before?
well, because that's what I don't know. Like that's what I'm asking, because they get the plans, and then that's how they blow up the Death Star, right? So I think
Yeah.
it's relatively close. So that's why Darth Vader might be that like cold state already.
Mm-hmm.
And this is them watching. What are they even watching, Taylor? Tell us. They're at an opera thing.
Yeah, it's like the opera. I don't even know. I don't even know what George Lucas was thinking with this.
There's just like glows of water and fish going through
This is
them.
probably what George Lucas watches when he goes home.
Look at this. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
it
just
was pretty lame.
I'd watch that for hours.
They all just left.
I'd pay to watch that for hours.
Palpatine's on some good weed. Join me again.
Yeah. Have a
Some
seat.
death sticks.
You ever tried? Yeah, you ever tried? You want to buy some magic?
So here we got the opera scene with Anakin and Chancellor Palpatine, and this is where you get to hear Darth Plagueis get mentioned for the first time.
Plagueis. I've
That
never
was
heard of him.
Emperor
that?
Palpatine's master.
He kills in between the second and third one, right?
No, he kills at the end of the first movie.
Really? At the end of
kills
the
him.
first movie? Wow.
Mhm.
Okay, I thought it was in the middle. But, and this is what I hate. He tells him about this, and then Anakin's like, "We gotta stop him." And then in 2 minutes, he's like, "No, I'm with him. Like I'm with the Emperor."
Yeah.
Like that's where it's like that's where the writing is kind of. It's just all over. It just felt like they had this good characters. Like, oh, we need him to be bad, so let's like make him just kind of like make the wrong choice because he's under a.
He's probably bipolar.
Yeah, I guess. But then he's not bipolar in the new one, the old ones. That's what I mean. He's bipolar all the time. Like, oh, Darth Vader blew a planet, but oh, he's.
Yeah.
I guess he could be because he does drop off. He does like lob off Luke's hand and doesn't really kill him. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I agree with what you're saying. Because, like, in the original ones, like, Darth Vader was, like, one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Like, by far. And then watching this, it's like, oh, Anakin sucks.
And to be honest, it's one of these things where these movies have almost maybe not liked Darth Vader as much. And I hate to say that. Like, I try to separate them, but
I
whenever...
do separate them, honestly.
I can't, because whenever I think of Vader, I think of these. Because these movies are all about just Vader. And I think that's my biggest problem with the prequels, is if you make a prequel or sequel, it should expand on the character and make you like it even more. But with this, like, I feel like you had this cool, maybe the greatest villain of all time, but then you got his backstory where he's this whiny, like, 20-year-old guy who can't get his way.
They literally make Anakin and Darth Vader as if they're two separate people altogether. Even in the original trilogy, that's the way they speak about Darth Vader. They say Anakin was literally like
True.
a different person. So maybe that's what they were going for with this. He's a totally different person, and then he transitions into Darth Vader, and again, a completely different person.
But then I would have liked the third movie to have been like him in the costume then and then transitioning. Like we
I
didn't, we
felt-
never got to see. We just got to see Anakin and then Darth. We never, if there, that's what we're talking about the development, him turning into Vader. We never get to see that, and that's what I feel like people wanted to see was the good guy turning to Vader, and you don't get because there's 20 years in between.
Well,
so
I mean, the point where he
Dylan's
gets
right.
his,
We need more prequels, I guess.
Well, as soon as Darth Vader gets his suit on and he says no, like I feel like that's a
Don't
bit like
bring that
that's
up.
like over the top. But I mean, that's
No!
the part as soon as at the end where he's standing there with the Emperor looking at the Death Star. I immediately feel like there's the Darth Vader from the original trilogy.
But I don't like that. Because we should have got to see one more movie of that then.
Yeah.
That's my problem with right when he gets in the costume, it's like, it's done. Like, you don't get to see... Especially the disc, the DVD disc of this is Vader doing the Force choke. You see him for like, probably what, 2 minutes?
Like that.
Yeah, and that's where... I don't know how they could have wrote it, but the final battle with Obi-Wan should have been him in the Vader costume, and I think that could have been better somehow. If they would have made it that he got hurt, and then at the end, it was him as Vader, because it was just so, like, the Vader thing was just thrown on at the end, like, oh, we should make them happy, so here's the costume. And we do get to see, what's his face? Joel Edgerton's back at the end for about 10
Oh, really?
seconds. Yeah. They give him the baby, and he just looks in the sun.
Classic.
Classic Joel Edgerton. Steals the movie. He's the best part.
No, I think R4 was.
Oh, you're right.
He
R4.
died.
Heart and soul.
Broke my heart.
I think Kirkland already forgot. Did you forget who R4 was?
Oh, the red guy.
Okay. I thought he forgot already.
Oh, he gets his head ripped off.
And like, this is it. This story.
His lips are quite red.
He's chapstick.
I don't know
just
why,
like,
but
just like Yoda.
This story's taking a long time.
It is.
There must
but
be
I
some
like
dry
this part.
planets
Yeah.
other than all.
Because they never really go outside of the Star Wars, the Skywalker part. So
That
this
was
part where
spooky.
he's talking about Darth Plagueis, I like that because you never get to hear enough about outside of the Star Wars.
True, and I agree with that. With like prequel movies that happen, they should not be about the Skywalkers. I feel like that's where the main franchise should be. But
So where are we now? Wookiee land?
You know the name?
No, I told you I don't know.
The
anything.
Wookiee land?
It's
Yeah,
called
but
Wookiee
this is Chewbacca's home planet.
Kashyyyk,
Yeah, but they
right?
didn't
Yeah,
talk.
Wookiee Land.
Did they talk about it in the
What'd you
original
say?
trilogy?
Kashyyyk.
No, they don't mention
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk. No.
But once again, Battlefront 2, right?
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah.
I don't remember Battlefront 2 that much. I never owned it, actually. I played it a lot, and I played what we talked about, just the
Yeti
hero
Monday.
map a lot.
Chewbacca and Tar4.
Tar 4?
Tar4 or Tarful, I can't remember his full name.
This is apparently where...
Instead of R4, they just have him Tar 4.
Apparently this is where young Han Solo was supposed to be, on the planet with them.
See, I wouldn't like that.
What's the difference?
What's he doing on Kashyyyk?
He's hanging out with
He's hanging out with
Apparently he was
hanging out
supposed
with
to.
these Wookiees.
Apparently he was supposed to be like in the battle.
What's he doing in the
in
battle?
that. Well, in 4, does he already know Chewbacca?
Yeah.
Well, then that makes
Yeah,
sense.
this
He
is
could have been
the-
just hanging out with his pal.
What
So
if
he's
his,
hanging out with Chewie 20 years prior to 4?
Yeah.
What happens if his parents just
I feel
left
like
him
they
there?
were lifelong friends.
Maybe Chewie was his little pet at first, and then he grew into a full-grown man.
I don't know. 'Cause Chewie lives longer than Han Solo, so if he was Han Solo's little pet,
I don't think he's
the
gonna.
age difference would be really weird.
And this is, I think, a big, which
That's
this
Han Solo right there.
this level is really fun to play in the Force Unleashed. When you're Darth Vader and you get to kill the Wookiees,
Yeah,
it's really
yeah.
awesome. Because you can throw them and you can pick up one Wookiee and you can
Force
literally
Unle-
play bowling with them and you throw them at other Wookiees and they're like.
That was such a good game.
Oh, so good.
How many were there? That came
There's
out?
2. The second one's alright, but
I
it's
didn't.
super
I didn't
short.
beat the first one.
Oh, it's so
My
good. The
friend
last
had
mission's
it on
really good. You go
Xbox.
up against
Oh.
Sidious and you go up against Vader.
Like, it was actually such a good game.
And the last one, you get the black lightsaber too. In the last
Really?
mission, yeah.
Wow, that's spooky.
I love the way these Scout Troopers and Clone Troopers look.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The green
The
one?
camel.
The Kashyyyk Troopers, yeah. They look really,
When
really
you play on
cool.
Battlefront 2 on this level, that's what you guys look like.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Tarzan yell.
Oh, I never noticed that before.
Subtitles just said Tarzan yell. So good.
For
That's
the
good.
Wookiees.
Yoda almost dies here.
he should move. that seems like not a good. I love how he does. He's just like, oh, fuck you. Bullet.
You see that Clone Trooper going like, what?
No.
You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, the Jet.
Going like
Anakin,
what?
Anakin Obi-Wan are walking away, and the Clone Trooper behind them goes like this, like, you got a problem with me.
They're just like, fuck this. What was I gonna say? No, it's funny. Another thing when they wanted to do in the original trilogy, but they didn't. When we talk about like Revenge of the Sith, the original Ewok planet, Endor. Oh, I said it right. I always say Enderby for some reason. Endor.
Enderby,
Originally was supposed to be a planet of Wookiees originally, but somehow it didn't work out.
Well, I think
it's
it
the
was
little
just
children.
a slight mutation in there.
A slight mutation, but yeah. So that's what it was. So I think that's funny that in the last one you get a planet of all Wookiees. So it's kind of funny that like all the stuff that they didn't do in that last one, they're doing in this one. So which I always would have liked more in the original. The Ewoks are fine, but imagine a whole army of Chewies back then. That would have been
That
so
would have been
cool.
the best. The trilogy would have been perfect.
And it would have been great because imagine when they got kidnapped, and then let's say they could have made some excuse for Chewie not being there yet, and when they were about to get cooked, if Chewie showed up at home, and then like Chewie, like obviously they don't speak in human language. every Wookiee but Chewie talks in English. What happened to Chewie? Oh, he was hit with a rock as a kid. And he's that's all he does now. But like, no, that would have been so good. Like they're about to get cooked, and then they like find Chewie, and they still think Leia's beautiful, and they could have thought C-3PO was still God. Like whatever, like. All of them being Wookiees would have been so good. Like you said, yeah, it would have been perfect. And like the Ewoks are fine. Like I've grown to like them a bit more. I think as a kid that really threw me off because it was that whole like these guys took down the Empire. Like it was kind of weird because they came from nowhere too. Like the Wookiees would have made sense because like okay, there's Chewbacca, we've been introduced, but then it was like last minute it starts like oh, there's this new species of like teddy bears that are real, you know, that are cannibals too. Well, they're not cannibals; they just eat people.
They're pretty messed up.
Yeah. But
Indoor Hunt. That was a great level on Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Because you got to play as the Ewoks. It was actually so much fun. You play as Ewoks versus Scout Troopers.
Mhm.
oh, Anakin's having some weird dream about Obi-Wan and Padme.
Ooh.
Here's the movie maker
Maybe that's the real
transition.
dad.
I think it might
Oh,
be.
plot twist.
All right.
That's why he goes to the dark side. His master was messing around with
He's
his,
playing on
with
his
his
PSP
chick.
there.
His
Yeah.
Vita.
That's
No, he
Vita.
didn't have a Vita. There wasn't enough sold. He probably didn't.
No, he probably found the Vita. It was an old relic.
Padme's just smiling. Oh, Obi-Wan came earlier.
Yeah, see?
Big smile on her face.
It's like it's my mother all over again.
See, in the prequels, my favorite character by far was Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And then like you said, like it's supposed to be all about like Anakin and everything. I just always looked at it as like Obi-Wan. He was my favorite.
And
by
see,
far.
that's where the prequel, it didn't hurt Obi-Wan. It made you like him more and understand him more, so it added to his character. And then when the original, you felt, I don't know, I felt it's more complete, his story, where Anakin feels so kind of weird. And like even, and I'll kind of agree with like, and I know he's crazy, but with like same thing with Yoda, it's kind of weird. Like the time you see him, he's just normal. Then when you see him, he's messed up. Obviously, he's been on the planet, but I don't feel like none of the characters except Obi-Wan, you feel like they evolve, and like you know why he's acting this way. Like he's seen so much bad shit go down. Like all his friends are killed. Like of course he's a hermit. Like it's just perfect. Like that they wrote him good. Like and that's what I mean. That's the whole thing about this, like the prequel. Why they're not like awful movies.
I promise you.
There's always something good in them.
Always has to have the last line.
He always says there's always something good in the prequels, but you just wish they could have done all the way through like really good. Where is he going again?
He's going to
to
Utapau.
Grievous.
Yeah, to get
Utapau.
Utapau.
You think
Hey!
Grandma's homeland.
if Anakin was just on antidepressants, then this whole Order 66 would have been avoided. Because
Hey.
he's like, I can save you from my nightmares, but if he was on like drugs,
Maybe
he would've been
Anakin's
fine.
schizophrenic and Darth Vader's his alternate personality.
Maybe.
And that's why it's just so different.
Okay, and here's the problem. At one point,
Let's hear the problem.
so Anakin keeps having these
Squawking.
dreams about Padme dying, right? And at the end of the day, he's the one that kills her. So
No, he doesn't kill her.
he does.
No,
She
he
says,
does.
I lost the will to live. She chooses to just...
Because
He
die.
chokes her. to death,
yeah, and she
basically.
No, because she's physically healthy. The droid says that she's completely healthy, but she's just losing her will to live.
yeah, why? Because her husband just went and slaughtered a bunch of kids. He
Yeah.
kills her.
But she's choosing to give up on
kills
life.
her.
He-
Like,
That's
Yeah.
her choice. She could
No.
stay alive
That's
if she
pretty good
wants
looking
to.
Yeah, that guy is.
Freddy Krueger's
Yeah, like
cousin. Okay, either way, he doesn't know that.
like he is a creepy looking guy.
Owen's like, fuck this, I'm not helping you guys. And he just flies out of there.
Look at his teeth.
Wow. But don't you think Anakin, after Padme dies, and he had those dreams, and he pretty much would realize, oh, it's my fault, whatever, it is his fault that she dies, wouldn't he be like, maybe I shouldn't be palling around with the... Like, why does he still pal around with the Emperor? Because then,
Because
at
he's
the
got
end of
nothing else to live for. It's his only... He still believed in the Republic and all that.
But
and
then
just-
20 years later, he decides to finally kill the Emperor. That's what
Yeah.
I hate. That's why I would have liked him if his choice. He's like, you know what? Screw you, Padme. I don't need you. Instead of this, like, I didn't mean to kill her. I would prefer that, where he's like, he hates Padme
Well,
for some reason, and he kills her.
He was... As like when he says, like, no, and freaks out, like...
No.
He's like, if Padme was still alive and was there to say, no, I'm alive, it's okay, he would have probably been okay. He would have been fine. But because
But he was still, even when Padme was alive, he was still gonna join Palpatine.
he
Oh,
wasn't.
yeah,
he was
this guy.
siding with the Republic because Palpatine was the leader of the Republic.
They're
and
still
he was
bad.
siding with
What
her.
are the, what
Yeah,
are the name
but-
of that? What's the name of that creature?
I don't know.
What?
The
I
yippin'.
don't know.
2.
Yep.
2 out of 10.
But
yips.
bad and good is only just a point of view.
Taylor, you're almost at 0.
It's not a point of view. They
Yeah.
kill. No, the Republic. Okay, they blow up planets and they kill children. Tell me the good thing
It's,
in the movies. Do not
To
use
him-
books.
okay,
they do it
to
for the
him,
greater good.
to him, and when he was talking with Sidious, he saw them.
Mustafar?
When Sidious explained that, oh, these
Must
guys
be
will be a
fun.
threat now that we've done this act. Like the
But
Jedi
it's still
have
a bad
turned on
act.
us. The Jedi have turned on us.
Volcanic.
They didn't
Um,
turn on them though. They
See,
turned on the
now
Jedi.
I have to wait till the part gets to that because I can't fully remember it.
I think I got him in the corner.
No.
Do you guys at all feel like Emperor Palpatine or whatever Sidious has any like good qualities? Like what about him is like, oh, he's doing this for the greater good. This is why I say like, how can
Not
you
for
say-
the greater good. It's
You just
it's-
said
no. It's
said
good. It's a
that.
point of view.
I
Good
said
is
that as a joke.
good as a point of view to them. The Sith, like they think, oh, this is what we're
But
doing
as the
is
viewer,
good. We have
they are the
order.
bad guys.
As a viewer, well, yeah, they're the bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they
And
want to
ev-
just control the universe.
And every other
How's
character
that kid?
except Anakin sees that. That is a main character. Palpatine does not count because we already know he's a Jedi. Obi-Wan doesn't. I'll try one. Obi-Wan, we got Girl Scout cookies, by the way. Lovely
Support your
listeners,
lo-
drop this on.
Support your local Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
Or Scouts. Cackle.
But that's what I mean. I just feel like the kid. Oh, this is the only thing about hate on Obi-Wan. He does so many
Jeez.
poses in the movie. That's what I mean. I just feel like Darth, he just is so inconsistent in this movie. Like, Padme's dead. I don't know. If she lost the will to live, why isn't he killing himself? He loved Padme to death. Why doesn't he just like jump off a ship?
Schizophrenic.
He's too
Comes Darth Vader.
too
He doesn't even know
self-centered.
what's
He's a
happening.
narcissistic
He is narcissistic.
piece of shit.
Piece of shit. Dylan, not holding back at all.
Nope.
Narcissistic piece of shit. Is
Hey
that
man,
what
he killed like all those kids, man. It was terrible.
Yeah, it's coming up.
I wish they gave him more screen
Oh,
time.
here comes
with
the
his
Unwatch.
4 lightsabers.
Oh, I hate that.
He does it again.
Yeah, it's been a minute and he's done it.
It's not even been a minute.
Obi-Wan's done. It's not even
That
a
was
good minute.
overpowered in Battlefront 2.
It was pretty
Oh,
overpowered
yeah.
in Infinity too.
He kind of just goes in a straight line. You can juke it.
Well, we're good. Well, look, Obi-Wan is
I was
move.
playing as Azusa. She's pretty good. So
They needed to give him more time with his forearms. It was just bam, bam, one arm off, one arm off.
Yeah, it's kind of like Darth Maul. He fights Obi-Wan for like 20 seconds with the double sign, and they've been fight. It's been Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. They fight him for a full 10 minutes, and then he kills Qui-Gon. And then right when Obi-Wan faces Darth Maul, he cuts his lightsaber in half. It's like, why didn't you fucking do this at the beginning? Like, you let your friend Qui-Gon die, but now it's like, oh, I better cut that in half. Like, I hate stuff like that.
Does it just become 2 lightsabers though?
What?
When he cuts his lightsaber in half, does it just become 2?
No.
No, we had this discussion where I'm like, shouldn't this not work at all? But I guess one part still works, but the other doesn't.
That's weird.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because if that means that way, then it all should work.
Well,
in
no,
my
because I
opinion.
thought it was like how it was made. It was just 2 lightsabers.
No, it's
together.
like conjoined. It's all together. And that's what they downvoted me. I said, well, if one side doesn't work, doesn't mean the other one shouldn't work as well. But I lost. It was 3-1. They said it should work.
Why?
I don't remember.
Back it up.
He had no idea. Dylan just kind of was like, I'll go with that.
Every-
just to spite me.
Every single Star Wars thing is just me just kind of guessing.
Oh.
Is he gonna go get in his ship?
When he
now?
becomes a caterpillar.
I love his little his
That's so
this
unnecessary.
thing.
So yeah, Taylor, why would one half lightsaber only work?
Well, when you look at Darth Maul's, there's a crystal here and a crystal here.
Yeah.
And so, if it got cut right down the middle, I don't know, maybe both might still work.
Yeah,
but
that's what I thought.
Usually when it gets cut in half, it's to one side or the other, and so that one side doesn't work, but the other side still has a crystal in it powered, so it still works.
Semantics.
I'm not a lightsaber engineer, so I wouldn't know.
I build them
Yeah.
for a living.
It's my weekend job.
Send them to my grandma.
Yeah.
She tries them.
Business has been slow since the Jedi fell.
All I got to sell is the Luke.
no!
And he's kind of a shady dude, to be honest. His dad was Darth Vader. Did you know that? Yeah, I don't want to sell to him, but I have to. He killed me.
Business has been slow.
Business has been slow. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's been so slow.
I'm surprised Obi-Wan lost his lightsaber. As soon as it flung out of his hands, he could have been like, "Oh, Force!" And
Hey,
pulled
is
it
that
back.
Azusa right there?
No,
Ahsoka, you mean?
she was not in the movie. They made her up.
Yeah, but she's cool.
That's Ayla Sakura.
I don't like her.
Why not?
Because
Is that
I
the
didn't
blue
like
chick?
that. You know what she
With
is in
2
the Clone
lightsabers?
Wars?
Mhm.
She's Anakin's
From Battlefront?
apprentice.
Yeah. I know everyone from Battlefront.
And he's still an apprentice.
When?
Or he's a knight, sorry. In the Clone Wars, Anakin, he's a knight, right? When he gets apprentice, or is he still apprentice?
Wait, when does that take place? then?
Anakin, he's a knight.
It takes place between 2 and 3.
Wait, what?
The Clone Wars.
This chick over here, I'm pulling a Disney Infinity character up for the people not in the room. She's Anakin's apprentice in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, in the Clone Wars.
But that's why I don't like her, because Anakin shouldn't have an apprentice, in my opinion. They
He
just
wasn't
kind of...
supposed to.
Yeah, but then he shouldn't have it. He wasn't supposed to do a lot of things, but he gets to do everything. He's not supposed to have sex. He's not supposed to have a kid. He's not supposed to be on the council.
He's
But
not
he gets
supposed to join
everything.
the dark side.
Yeah, he's
That's a
the
major
chosen
no-no.
one.
That's definitely
Chosen
the
one
worst.
gets everything.
Gets all the ladies because he's chosen one.
And this guy. But does she doesn't die in the Clone Wars, right? Because she's still
Ahsoka?
rebels.
Ahsoka, yeah, she leaves because she doesn't like. There's something that goes on. She doesn't like what the Jedi Council's become, and so she leaves the Jedi Council. But she comes back in Rebels, and she actually teams up with clone trooper generals that pulled out their chip things and didn't follow Order 66. And
Is that the one that has a white lightsaber?
who?
That chick? Or no?
No, she's like two.
She's like a lime
A
green and a
light-
green.
lighter green, yeah.
Lime.
Because I
I thought
know...
one was yellow.
Because who was the white
Slime.
one, though? Because they chose a white one because it wants to... They want to be different from the Jedi... Or they want to, show that they're not a part of the Jedi.
I have no idea.
I would get a
Okay.
clear one. No one would know.
I'd want a black one. I think that'd be really badass. Like, especially if you saw it in Force Unleashed, it's really cool. Like, it's really a sinister. That's what I want in the new movies. I want more colors. Even though some people be like, they're trying to sell more toys. They're gonna sell toys regardless.
I want to go buy like all of this Force Unleashed ones.
Yeah,
They
buy
probably
toys
have
or
them for like
lightsabers.
$5.
We can't for $5.
Probably.
What, toys?
The older one. No, Force Unleashed.
Oh, Unleashed.
The
I thought you
game.
said Awakens. I'm like, you're gonna go buy all the
Force
toys for
Awakens,
$5. I'm like, good luck. BB-8 is like $300. Let me see. I'll try and find this white lightsaber. But yeah, I think I'd go black.
actually gonna Google a little bit.
I go black or green. I love the original green. I love Luke in the last movie with the green.
I would definitely go purple.
Purple, yeah.
Dope.
I like yellow.
What did you choose in Lego Star Wars?
You
You
didn't
guys-
get to choose, dude.
Yeah, you make
Yep.
your own guy.
Oh right, yeah.
I'd probably pick
I
purple.
chose purple.
I green all the time.
I would always go
Purple.
blue. I would always go blue for Obi-Wan.
So purple, blue, yellow,
You
black.
said purple.
But I mean,
No, that's what you chose.
No.
for
Lego
Lego.
Star Wars.
Well, yeah. What's your overall choice then, Kurt?
I don't know. Purple's pretty cool,
yeah.
but probably white. Just
Yeah.
be a hipster and show that I'm not a part of the Jedi.
So we have Palpatine just revealing to Anakin that he's the Dark Lord of the Sith and that he's not a bad guy. He just wants to let his knowledge be used by Anakin.
That's all he's got to do.
Yeah.
And the whole.
It's not white. It's silver.
Oh, okay. Sorry. And whose is it?
I haven't found that out. I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
if I don't know if that's.
I'm pretty
a real
sure it's a chick. And
Adgan silver.
and she's
Never heard of
she's
that.
not a part. Or yeah, she tries to like be.
This is very
not
rare.
a part. Yeah.
Because he's not even heard of that.
What?
Oh, she must be in a
'Cause he choose-
game. Because look.
Yeah, I don't know.
Looks like the Old Republic, like the MMO.
Oh, I wonder if it's the online
Probably.
one. That's probably what it is. It's probably Knights of the Republic that, like he said, MMO online. When did you see it?
I found like an article and it was showing me all different parts of or what the different lightsabers mean.
That's probably what it is. Because she was not. It like he said, the graphics look identical to Knights of the Old Republic, but she was
Okay.
not in there. Like I said, they didn't even have a black one. They had like their coolest one is they introduced like orange, which was all right, but that's pretty cool.
That'd be a pretty cool one. Or
Right.
yellow. Yellow would be cool too.
Knights of the Old Republic, you could get a double blade and do any color. So awesome.
I might have to get that game too. I have the second one.
You gotta
But
play
I
it
was
first.
yeah, I know. I was playing it. I'm like, I gotta play the first.
I was talking about this doing last night. Like I'm hoping next year not many games come out because I desperately want to replay it.
What do you have it on?
What?
What do you have it on?
Xbox. But
Oh,
it
really?
can. It works on 360.
And well, I have the second one on PC.
Yeah.
Steam sales, man.
Yeah. I
Where do you
just
pick it up?
I want a new one so bad, and I want that, or I want the. I said this: if they remaster it, I'll buy an Xbox One right now, because that game is. It just means I'll never. When I'm 60, I'll still be playing it because you get like a different experience every time, and just even the fact that you get to be a Sith or like a Jedi.
I've always
it's
loved
so
that,
great,
yeah. That's
and
like
I always
for-
go heel. That's a wrestling.
Don't you
term.
have with Force Unleashed too? Don't you
Yeah.
choose? Yeah.
You do. You choose like different endings, but you're always like a bad guy, right? Like there's no
Because you work
meter.
for Darth Vader.
Yeah, there's no meter.
There's
Where
no meter. You can choose just the light side ending or the dark side ending.
yeah, we're Knights of the Old Republic. You get the great meter of like, oh, you could be
Yeah.
like 50%
Yeah.
to both, or you
Oh.
could be 75-25. And
right
like,
now we got Grievous and Obi-Wan duking it out.
yeah, and I love you can just be like, I'll save you, or be like, no, give me all your money, or like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill
No,
you
yeah, I
and your
love
family, and
that.
you'll go and kill you and their
Yeah.
family, and you're like, Jesus, like this. I remember playing that at like age like 12 or 13 whenever it came out, and like I think that was my first big, really good game because I was like, man, I'm gonna make choices, and
Our boys love games that you can do that. Like
Yeah.
different.
I still think it's the best one, honestly,
Choices.
and like obviously because I like Star Wars, but I would play the first one. It's
That kind of failed.
Bad
for him.
idea. That backfired.
but yeah, in that
Keeping
game
the
you can do a double bladed for any color like
That's
that.
it.
They have. They don't have black and white or whatnot, but there you go. Would you guys take a single or a double?
Oh, double.
I'd want 2 singles. I think you'd be a lot more agile with that.
Dylan,
No, a double. 100 times.
I think I agree with Taylor. Yeah.
I want a double. Just
I would
because
go
Maul.
100. Yeah. Darth Maul is like my favorite character.
And I'd get different colors though. That's when I would get a
Yeah.
black and a white, and that would be so
Oh.
bad.
Oh.
Because I feel like not only would it be cool, but they'd be like, huh, and then you could take advantage. It's like the reason Batman says you know why he has a bat? Because he's like, so people shoot me there instead of my head. That's why when like people always ask like, why is he had a big yellow bat back in the day? And at one point when it started getting more radar, the comics, he like told Robin, he's like, why do you have that? He's like, so I have a target on my chest, so people aim there instead of my head. So that's where the double lightsaber thing comes in. Different colors, you'll throw them off, they'll look, and by time, head chopped off.
What's the lightsaber? You probably know this one, where it's like it's a double one, So you have the handle, but then there's like basically like a circle like around his hands, so it can like spin.
Oh, this Inquisitors.
What's that
That's from Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it breaks apart into 2 lightsabers, and then you can connect it, and it spins around and rotates.
Yeah.
Let's connect the lightsaber.
It's really
That's the one
intense.
you want.
Have you
'Cause then
watched
it can
the
be 2
show?
singles.
Rebels?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it good?
I don't mind it.
It's not as good as Clone Wars.
I don't get the channel, so I don't get to watch a lot of it. I've gotten more into it because they brought Clone Wars characters into it.
Yeah. Anyways, so Anakin is telling Mace Windu that Senator Palpatine is Emperor, so or whatever.
And then what happened? He just left?
No, he's gonna go. He's sitting there.
Because they were
waiting.
talking.
Yeah, he left. He found out he was Emperor. He just left to
Oh.
get Mace Windu, and then Mace is telling him to stay
It's
here.
an interesting strategy.
Which once again, just stay here, Anakin. You don't need to. You don't need to go. But it's an interesting stat. He's that cocky, man.
Mm.
And then Obi-Wan is still just fighting with Grievous right now. If you're not following along,
No, he's dead.
He just died.
he'd kill Grievous.
Yep.
Oh, right,
him
because
that.
he used a gun.
So uncivilized.
So annoying. Such a lame way.
He
Yeah,
should've
but
went
he
to
like
see
first
Padme.
ripped his thing open.
He lost his lightsaber too.
Yeah, he
What
should
else
just
is
went to
gonna
go
do?
see Padme
Yeah,
instead of
'cause
go kill Mace
If
Windu.
Padme had her Anakin there, she would have been like, "No, stay here. We'll just talk and stuff," and then he wouldn't have been here alone thinking about everything, hearing Palpatine's voice.
So now he's having an inner conflict with himself if he's gonna go save Palpatine or not, and
And Padme's having an inner conflict too.
about if she wants to tell
About
Anakin
vocalizing.
if Jar Jar's the father or not.
It's either Jar Jar or Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And it comes out as Black Baby.
She doesn't even know.
Misa got drunk one night.
What? Here, Anakin. Jar Jar's something to tell you.
So he's looking out on the Coruscant.
Do you think that the lightsaber is the coolest fictional weapon of all time?
Mm-hmm.
You two, what do you got over there for video game land? Is there anything they can match up? Like, I'm not saying power, just like for coolness. Like, even when you hear that, like, like I'm on his camp. I don't think there's any weapon cooler.
Well, I
than
don't even
lightsaber.
think it's like fiction. Like it's
No, it's not real.
Well, yeah. I mean, like if you look what they have in real life, like those $250 lightsabers. I mean, they won't actually cut or anything, but they are so
that doesn't mean
awesome.
they're-
Like as a
But
replica.
that doesn't mean they're real, Taylor. A good replica does not mean it's real.
Well, it's close. For a Star Wars
No, it's
fan.
not.
For a Star Wars fan. They make that like
Taylor,
even
don't-
even when you move it
don't
through the
even
air,
try.
when you move it through
Don't
the
even
air,
try
it
right
makes
now.
it makes all the identical noise. The only thing that the replicas lack is
It's
the fact
being
that
real!
no, that
They
it can't
cut
that it
these
can't
things.
cut people. Yeah, and that's a good thing because you don't want to give lightsabers to people.
I want the army to get them. Anyways, you two, what do you think is best fictional weapon of all time?
I can't really think of too many.
I feel like
So I'd probably
it's
go
not.
Star
So
Wars.
You feel like it's not the lightsaber?
no, I feel like it's something else.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to think of an example.
I just think they're just cool. Like
They're
they're
pretty neat. They're pretty neat.
They're definitely up there in like the top like 3, but I think they're the coolest. I can't think of anyone that like can get past that. You know, like in video games.
Energy sword's
movies.
pretty cool.
Look at those.
Nothing on that.
Well, you don't play.
It's like a
Halo.
black core. Look at the black and purple one.
Yeah, I like that.
That
one.
looks so cool.
Let me see. What am I looking at?
Oh,
Those
Because
two
these ones
Jedi
have
got
white
killed.
cores.
Oh,
So
that
black.
was
I
so
know.
cool.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
Kit
so good,
Fisto,
that one?
or yeah,
Kit Fisto, yeah.
Kit Fisto, yeah.
Kid
He
Fisto.
lasted a little bit.
Classic.
I
Kid
hate he
Fisto.
just kills him and then like like this part's really bad. All the facial expressions he makes while he's fighting.
Sam L. Jackson.
No, not Sam. Sam's good. No, it's the Emperor. Sam's fine. He's one of the best parts of these movies too. Because he's one of the only good things about the prequels.
He's making sure there's not gonna be any snakes.
Oh.
Like look at his face, and it's just you'll see. Like, when he's fighting, he's always he does it like and it's just like, and then he's CG again when he's fighting. It's like, get a stunt man, get him in some old man makeup, and do it like. But
See, there's huge debate on this part whether Sidious could have killed Mace Windu right away, or it was just waiting for that moment for Anakin to get in there. What do you guys think? Do you think that Mace Windu's actually putting up a good fight?
Mace Windu's a beast.
So you don't think Sidious is just letting this fight go
I think
on
Mace
until
Windu
Anakin
could
gets
have killed
there?
him here
Yeah, I think so too.
if Anakin didn't come.
I don't. I think he's
'Cause
letting him win.
He's pretty
If you-
old and slow. You know?
If you look in the Mace Windu's
but
like,
he kicks
storyline-
Yoda's ass.
Who?
The Emperor.
Yeah, but Palpatine uses just force tricks and shit, like throwing the pieces of the Senate down.
Don't matter.
and
That's
stuff.
still
Because
wins.
he knew he couldn't fight him one-on-one with lightsaber, and even here, then he couldn't take on Mace Windu with lightsaber.
I don't think so. I think you're discounting how powerful Palpatine is.
If you look in the Mace Windu's history, though, he's the only Jedi to master his fighting style technique with a lightsaber.
Yeah, but obviously he can't master not getting shocked the fuck out of by lightning.
Well, he got distracted because he got his arm cut off by Anakin.
Well, and that's what we've talked about. Remember when we were talking about him being as good as Obi-Wan? Well, I think Obi-Wan's better because Obi-Wan's smarter. And, like, it doesn't matter. You could have a cool fighting style, but if you have no common sense, then you're stupid. Yeah, this is really bad. But, no, I think he was letting him win. I think because this whole thing, like, oh, he's going to kill me. Like, I think he could have busted out of this any second he wanted. He's the Emperor. He literally created Anakin with, like, fake shit.
Midi-chlorians.
Yeah. That CG face, so good.
He looks like in Lord of the Rings movies when Gollum is like in between being a hobbit and being
When he's
Gollum.
eating the fish.
What do they say in
Yeah.
Deadpool? An avocado had sex with an older
An
avocado.
older avocado. That's pretty much, yeah. It was like Freddy Krueger from the state man of Utah.
He's pretty shredded.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Deadpool. That's a character I would put in any movie, and it would be 10 times better. I can't wait for you, like you two, to really experience Deadpool because you haven't played any like Marvel games, read any comics. Like you're in for like a whirlwind.
I'm still waiting for the Squirrel Girl movie.
Oh yeah. What a hypocrite! He has to stand trial. He just killed Count Dooku.
He was saying that to convince Mace Windu. He really he caved there because he said, "I need him." That's his whole purpose.
No, I know. But see, yeah, I think it was a trick. I think he could have beat Mace Windu. I think Mace Windu put up a good fight. I'm not saying that, but I think he still could have won.
There's a lot of people that say Mace Windu's still alive.
I don't think so. Cause watch this.
Just a conspiracy.
Yeah.
He could get onto a ledge down below.
Wow.
There's a lot of ships flying out there.
Yeah,
You
he's
never
still
know.
alive. He's
Yeah.
still alive, falling like 100 fucking
He
feet
lands on a trampoline, obviously.
after being electrocuted.
Well, in episode
What have I
2,
He must have
done?
landed in a hay bale.
episode 2, Anakin jumps out of the ship with Obi-Wan, remember? And he falls 100 feet.
He
grabs
also
onto
wasn't
another
getting
ship.
electrocuted at the same time, though.
That's true. This is Mace Windu we're talking about here, not the bitch.
Oh, now he's the bitch.
He is. Look at him. He just caves. I'll do anything you
That's
ask.
messed up, man.
This is what I've been saying the whole movie, and you've been defending him.
To a point.
He does cave. He's just, this is not Vader. Vader to me make the choice. He's just like, okay, gotta save my wife.
Well, I think here he knows like what he's done. What he's done, he knows he can't go to the Jedi now. He just helped kill one of the masters.
He could just chop off Emperor's head right now and be like, man, I tried to save Mace, and the
I
Emperor
don't
just
think he
threw
could
him.
do that.
Yeah, he could.
He's not too smart. He's not smart enough yet.
Well,
to think
that's
of
what
that.
I'd be doing. Like, oh man. And why does he give him... Ugh, this is weird. Why does he give him the name Vader?
Like Invader.
What?
Like Invader, kind of.
Maybe like Invader.
Like he
Well, because
invaded
like
Padme.
all Sith Lords have, yeah, pretty much. All Sith Lords like they have that. Their name is like has to do with something evil.
Raspy breathing.
Like Plague,
It's the-
Plagueis, Sidious, Insidious, Invader, Invader.
What's Dooku?
No, it's Tyrannus, Darth Tyrannus.
Oh,
Remember?
okay, I'm like-
Count Dooku's something else. I don't even know.
What is bad about the word Dooku? Dooku. And I don't like his look here.
Usually known as the Fantastic Four.
It's pretty
That's
fantastic.
fantastic.
He doesn't look anything like he does in the original movie.
Palpatine.
Yeah. Palpatine is not like a swollen like avocado.
Well, if you add
He's just
like
old and
if you add
wrinkly.
20 years to him, I mean,
It's just weird.
Had 20 years to a swollen avocado.
It just
That's what you get.
mushes.
well,
Talking about
speaking of-
avocados.
Yeah, speaking of
Yoda's
swollen
here.
avocados.
Feeling it. So obviously Yoda knows something bad's happening.
Yoda's
But he doesn't go on the radio to tell anyone.
No, because that's why I hate Yoda, and that's why. When did we have this discussion before?
Yoda's very selfish.
He doesn't use technology.
He's too old.
Oh, it's not this movie. It's the other film franchise. Harry Potter. I hate the fuck out of Dumbledore because he always knows what's going on and he refuses not to tell anybody. And it's like people die or bad shit happens, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, I couldn't tell you because like I needed to test you." And Yoda's the same way. Like he could tell people so much stuff, but it's like no, like it's not my way. Like I gotta let people find out for themselves. Like, so selfish.
But it's like people are always striving to improve themselves because they want to get to that level, you know.
Yeah, but Yoda let Mace Windu, and he's about to let 1,000 Jedis die.
But Yoda, he probably none of the Jedi could foresee into the future because he was clouding in the future with.
But
his
Yoda knew
powers.
something was up.
He knew something was
and
up.
He's just hanging with
but
the Wookiees.
to feel those Jedi get killed, he doesn't know how they got killed or what happened. They could have got killed in battle somewhere, so he doesn't know. But I think the consistent amount of all the Jedi dying, that's what triggers him and sets him off because he starts feeling this all across the galaxy.
Okay, I'll allow it. Heisenberg.
Blubbering.
Yeah. Lots of dialogue here. Lots
His
of
head is
monologue.
always tilted down a little bit. So he
The
has that
Empress?
glare.
He's gonna have to get that window fixed.
Just chilling.
You think it'd be a little windy? They're really high up.
Yeah.
Viceroy.
No wind at all with his robe. It's just, you know.
I didn't realize how much I hate this movie.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I realize that every time I watch it more and more. Like, it's tough.
Yeah, you guys were talking a little bit about like the original trilogy, and I'm like just excited to start watching those ones.
That's next.
Yeah.
We get to watch 4 after this.
This is my favorite part. Like, I don't know what
The
it
kid
is.
killing?
No, not this. This part where you see, because this is where it all goes down. You see Darth Vader walking with the 501st Legion. This, and it brings me back to Battlefront when you're playing this from the clone's perspective. Like this scene here, like the whole rest of the movie, I won't say anything, but this scene alone, I love.
I mean, just the imagery of it,
the imagery and just it has a lot of depth to it. I find like this,
but not in this movie. It doesn't.
No, just this scene alone, that's
The 5
Are you just
That's
saying it's
it.
cool?
It's cool. It's just got depth into
But
it.
if
It's
this
just,
movie doesn't give it depth, you can't throw in the video games because people that didn't play video games can't be like, oh.
No, like I'm not talking about like the whole movie though. I just mean that one scene alone. Like it's as like awesome as it is to be such a cool scene. It's just that's where it's going down. This is it. This is the end of the Jedi Order and all that.
strategy.
That was pretty risky.
I guess I just feel like at this point it gets really rushed. Like it's an hour of nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
It
it's
does
like,
get
oh,
rushed.
66, this all happens. It's like Fantastic Four in a way. Like all this stuff just happens, and it's just like, okay, cool. Like that's why I say like maybe it has depth when you play games or not, but it doesn't because he's just like all of a sudden he's just I don't know.
As soon as Order 66 ends, that's when the clone troopers can't aim anymore.
Is there a reason why?
No, just because they can't hit anything in the trilogy.
Because what they're shooting now is
Their helmets
better.
because of very limited vision.
It's funny in the Clone Wars, all the other clone commander generals they all leave, but Cody's the only one in here who just turns on his Jedi.
What do you mean they all leave?
Well, all the other generals like Rex and
Oh,
all
what
the
a
other ones
snipe.
leave.
Like they don't want to do it?
They don't
That was a
go with
beautiful
Order
shot.
66. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, the poor Yipper.
Is that what they're called?
We decided they're called the Yipper.
Oh, okay.
The only good thing about this is there's like a really sad score that you can't hear, but it's like good sad music. And like it,
Kiadi Mundi.
and once again, this thing
That guy's a
could
homie.
like these scenes are cool of them like getting turned on and killed, but
Like
it's
his
like
name.
because the rest of the movie was not so developed. It's like it's a cool moment in a bad movie again. Like it's
Weapons
kind
are
of
being cocked.
You think he
Of
he got a
course,
few
vocalizing.
deflections in there, so I'm glad at least.
His
But
groans.
he got sucked.
Oh yeah, this is
Yes.
when all the clones are turning on.
The vocalizing
What
continues.
planet's this?
This is.
I think this is from Morrowind.
Oh,
actually.
I know this planet. I know this
That's why you
planet.
play Mario
Do
when you
know
get
it?
crazy
It's from
places like this.
Battlefront.
I know.
Felucia!
Yeah, there you go.
Felucia!
With those giant
Accolades.
mofos. Yeah.
it's really fun. The Force Unleashed too.
Oh, she got bopped.
It was
That's what-
annoying.
I think that's why I hated
Force
this movie.
What was
It's 'cause
her
Jedi
name?
just get wrecked.
Ayla Sakura.
Why was it annoying Force Unleashed? I liked it.
I was just
You got to fight all the monsters.
Yeah, the monsters were frustrating, but it was fun.
Got you good XP.
See here, this is where Plo Koon was like one of the, I guess next to Anakin,
Like,
the
fuck,
greatest
I can't
pilot,
see.
but he was
Oh,
not
wow.
expecting it at
He
all to
went
get
really
turned on
low.
because these are his own personal clone troopers he trained that he called the Wolf Squad or something like that.
Wolf Squad.
Yeah,
What a lame name. The wolf.
I think
Okay,
that's what he
guys.
called them.
When the wolves go on, the clones are like, "Fuck this guy."
You
Yes,
think they'd be
Jedi.
on the same-
I barely remember at all.
I think it's Adi Gallia. You think they'd be on the same like frequency? She could hear like execute the Jedi. Oh shit.
Well, they just hear extra
They
order.
probably planned ahead.
See the Wookiees though, loyal. forever.
They
The
did.
No,
loyalists.
they went to hunt down Yoda, but Chewbacca protected Yoda.
The Wookiees did?
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Oh. I'm like, wow, that took a dark.
Han Solo saved him.
Yeah.
He thinks he's so secret over there.
Oh, it's awful.
That's
Like-
Commander Gree, by the way.
Is one of the Wookiees just petting Yoda in that scene there?
Probably.
Next one, Yoda.
So badass. How can you not like Yoda, man?
Yoda's the man.
I remember being in the theater at this part. Everyone in the theater cheered at Yoda when he turns around and cuts off the 2 clone troopers' heads.
Let's go. Let's get the hell
Because it was
out of
awesome
here.
or because they worried he was going to die?
Well, they knew he wasn't gonna die, but it was just awesome.
Oh, here comes the infamous scene. And like I said, this stuff could have been really good. Like, okay, obviously it's a joke that he kills kids. But like, it is really dark, but it could have just been so much darker if like, he's crying here, like...
And this
He's not
guy's
crying.
gonna be a
He
dad.
was crying, there's a tear in his eye, you can see.
Mm.
It would have been better if he chose to do as bad as it's... I don't know, it gets murky, because if you think about the trilogy, it does kind of weird, because like, then he does turn back to the good side at the end, so... I don't know, it is
Yeah.
kind of... strange. Honestly, I guess that's what happens when you write a character 20 years later, and then you're like, oh, it's...
A lot of holes. In the
Yeah, like...
I wish they showed more Jedi actually survive. Like here, I would have loved it if this Jedi actually killed all these clones and escaped with Bail Organa. That would have been cool. Instead of just showing Yoda and Obi-Wan being the only survivors.
Jimmy Smith? Well, no, because that's what they made them special in the originals, that they were the only ones left.
Yeah, I know, but at this point, everyone knows that there were
Yeah,
still
was that
other
Miguel
Jedi.
Prado?
Yeah, it's Jimmy Smith's. He was in the last movie, too.
Was he? I don't remember.
Smith is the man. And so it is.
These guys look way more intimidating than stormtroopers. Just the look in their helmets.
Maybe the stormtroopers have like some lighter quality or something.
Well,
Yeah.
Kid's a badass.
They can't aim.
Jimmy Smith is really such a good actor. Even though he's stuck in this bad movie, in this good scene right here when he's acting really emotional, really good. I don't know, I just like that part.
Yeah, if he escaped with that Jedi, that would have been cool. Like, they didn't have to... They could have killed him off later, but just to see some Jedi escape and not get killed right away. The only ones that they showed were Obi-Wan and Yoda.
Because they don't have time for other Jedis. It's not the Clone War TV show. They need to like just focus on the main characters. Because if that kid survived, you'd be like, well, what happened to him?
The device
They
Obi-Wan
could
was
kill him
using, they
off.
actually have those now, eh?
Do
It's
they?
insane.
Aren't they like way bigger though?
It's like that, yeah.
So you sink?
You just get oxygen
It's
from
pretty
the
neat, though.
water, like fish. It's actually really, really interesting.
Oh, all these Wookiees are dead.
Clones just have, like, a bad attitude all of a sudden now.
Well,
Mhm.
they do whatever they're told.
Are those like the prototype, like
They're kinda like
ATSTs?
Nazis.
Those are AT
Oh,
or
very,
ATs.
very good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
They just had this
Very
wait
good.
for 'em.
Very good.
Very good.
They just had a
Yes.
random ship.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's Han Solo's.
Yeah.
Let your
been
anger
camping
consume
out.
you. Yes.
The classic roar. Now Yoda's peacing.
It's
Where's
like,
he going?
peace out, homies.
He's going to find Shmi.
He's going to
Going
Vegas.
to punch me.
Both murmuring.
Alright, Yoda's gone.
He's
Yeah.
going to the Ewoks.
Oh, the
So we're probably pretty close to the end here. 5 minutes?
You'd
10
be
minutes?
surprised.
5 minutes? No. We
I
got probably
wish.
like 30 minutes,
Oh,
35.
crap.
Because like the last fight scene feels like it's an eternity.
Oh, okay.
You'll see. It goes on forever. It's cool, but it's like... I don't like it because at one point it just really feels like they're like dancing. Like I like when they're choreographed, but not so much that it's just like
Yeah.
they don't even look like they get a shot in.
I also never liked how, like, the Darth Sidious, whatever his name is, Chancellor Palpatine.
Yeah.
He literally just, like, controls them all. And it's just like, he says one word and they're like, alright,
The clones?
let's do it.
Well, this
Well, it's
is why.
because he's the leader of the Republic. Like it's not the clones.
No,
the
it's
clones
a
aren't
chip.
programmed to listen to.
They're programmed.
Well, no, they're programmed to follow orders. The chip inhibitor that they have in their brain makes them totally obedient to follow orders, and they are not sworn, but they have to follow the orders of whoever the Chancellor is. And it's just unfortunate the Chancellor is a Sith Lord, so that gives him total control over
it's
the
really
clones.
unfortunate.
Boom. Back up.
I mean,
to
if
three. That was pretty
Shmi
good.
was Chancellor, then she'd have total control of the clones.
Well, I don't want to know what she'd do with them.
Oh, God. It'd be one wild movie, I'll tell you that much.
Kirkland, just so you know, if you missed out, Shmi is Anakin's mom, and
Yeah.
we just decided that she sleeps with everyone in the movie.
Alright. Fair enough.
Basically, because Qui-Gon was like...
It
well,
started...
they were doing stuff. Everyone
Yeah,
knows
that's how it started. We debated if they slept together, because he's always really hands-on with her. And...
Giving her like a massage at the pod race.
Yeah. And that's what Anakin does to Padme, so... A liar.
So he just came back from killing a squad of children.
I also feel like
School, if you will.
like their like hunting squad to go get the Chancellor. I feel like it could have been bigger, not like
Most
4
of the
people.
Jedi are leading the clone battalions in
They're all
battles.
Like
No,
how
like
many
when they
Jedi
went
are
to
total?
attack
I
the
feel like there'd be
Chancellor
more
first
than
and arrest
10
them.
that we saw die,
Yeah.
and like I feel like they'd
Well,
be a
there
lot more
were-
scattered across the galaxy.
Well, the Jedi Masters they were scattered across the galaxy, but as for the Jedi Temple, there were thousands of Jedi in there, but they all got killed by the clones.
But that was not before the Palpatine thing. Like, he's not...
Well, yeah,
So
one-
technically, Mace Windu could have been, hey, 1,000 Jedi, come with me. Right?
yeah, but they wouldn't have brought like Padawans and Jedi
But
Knights.
it's
with
the
them,
Emperor.
'cause-
They gotta go against
I
him.
know, but they thought that they were masters and that they could take
Well,
them
they
on.
weren't. They got one-handed.
Also, like how do clone troopers just easily like take out all the Jedi? I feel like the Jedi would
Because they didn't
put
see it
them on the
coming.
fight.
That's what Taylor says.
The clone troopers spent 3 years with the Jedi, forming this relationship in battle to the point where they save each other's lives constantly. So when you all of a sudden see your best friend turn on you and is like,
I would just fuck them up. Like
Poor
seriously,
Ki-Adi-Mundi
force
tried.
choke his face off. man.
Ki-Adi-Mundi tried.
Yeah, I can. There's some of them that look like, okay, they could kill them, but yeah, they just die off so easily. and
Yeah,
it's-
that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
Sorry, Taylor.
I'm starting to
That's
agree
okay.
with you, Travis. Though, like I haven't seen this in so long, but now that I'm watching, it's like this.
I don't need to
sucks.
see this again.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how I feel. This
Like I
is-
want to forget about it. Almost. Like seriously.
They're forever a part of the Star Wars universe now.
Yeah,
so.
but they're not going to get talked about much in these new
Yeah.
movies.
Still got the movie maker transitions going on too.
Oh yeah, big time. They better be in the Force Awakens. Yeah. No, like they'll ignore it though for the new ones. Like he said, there's basically nothing from the prequels. Like you're not gonna hear anyone called Darth Vader, Anakin. You're not gonna hear about midichlorians. You're not gonna hear about Jar Jar. So, because I think he's the same way of like I don't like those movies. So
Yeah.
perfect choice. It's glad we didn't get Michael Bay or something.
Everyone would be exploding.
No, I would have been. I would rather have George Lucas back. I guess. I don't know who's worse. But at least George Lucas made some good movies.
I mean, didn't he make Star Wars?
George Lucas?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, he did
Exactly.
have it in the original three.
Without him, there would be no Star Wars.
Oh, I know. I don't hate the guy. I just, like, it's just one of those things where it is just disappointing where...
Indiana Jones 4.
Well, yeah, that too. Like, all
Love
that's...
Indiana Jones.
all that stuff, like, I don't know, there's just stuff that didn't have to happen, you know, like, it just, I don't know, it's hard to explain, like, no way I hate the guy, and yeah, I owe him big time, because it's one of my favorite franchises and things of all time, like, those first three movies are amazing, and at the same time, though, he didn't have everything to do, there's a lot of good writers, like, the person that we were talking about, that, like, our favorite's number 5, the person that wrote that is writing the new Star Wars movies.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, they're like, oh, we don't need you, George, but we'll bring this guy. And like, that, like, it's debatable. Like, I feel like his ideas are really good, but I feel like he's maybe not
He'll
the best
forever
at
be there.
Yeah, like, he's the guy that started it, but I don't know if he's always been the best at executing them.
Very true.
Because with the original Star Wars, he actually only directed one movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then
Which one? The fourth?
the fourth,
Yeah.
the fourth, right?
Episode 4.
Yeah, episode third.
Episode first.
The third for revenge. Yeah, he did the first one or the fourth one, and then the second one they did, but then him and some people at Fox felt it was getting too dark, so that's why you kind of had the Ewoks and whatnot, because they thought it was too dark, which that's everyone's favorite. And that's another reason why people are like, come on, George, like, that was everyone's favorite, like, they liked it getting dark, because, I don't know, I feel like when you're in a movie that's supposed to be like a battle for the universe, yeah, it can be fun, but at some points it has to be dark, especially if the bad guy's your father, like, that's not, like, nice and good at all, you know? And that's why Star Wars 3 ended in a dance scene.
You think that guy would have, the guy there that was just on the camera, the screen there, like, he's Chancellor Palpatine's, like, second, like, his advisor, and he was just there to say there's a Senate or a meeting going on to Bail Organa. You think he would have saw Yoda and Obi-Wan there if he could see Bail Organa, you
What?
think he would have told Sidious, "Oh,
What's the planet?
Yoda and Obi-Wan are on their way here."
Mustafar?
Well, no, I think he does, but he
Mustafar?
needs
Love
Anakin
town.
to strike Obi-Wan down. I think he needs him to beat Obi-Wan.
Mustafar? Is that where we are?
Yeah.
He needs him to beat Obi-Wan, and then Yoda, I feel like he's just like, I'll take
You
care
actually
of
know
it.
what you're talking
I feel like he knows.
about.
I didn't know. I was just guessing.
Well, you did know though.
And then he comes here
Well,
and
I
kills
just
the
thought it
people
must
from
be
the
far,
first
so
one,
it
right?
must be
Yeah.
far. Mustafar?
The
It must be far
Separatist
'cause it's
leaders.
Mustafar.
Yeah.
Is Jafar from there?
Jafar is from Mustafar, but that must be far.
Everyone that's far is from Mustafar.
This is fun too in the storyline.
Justified.
You go back
Just
here
be
in
close.
Battlefront.
Just close. What?
Remember going here in Battlefront? The
Oh, yeah.
stormtroopers.
And the
to stop
freaking,
the
and then like
droids?
the stupid platforms would drop, and they
Yeah.
wouldn't tell you, so you're just running, and all of a sudden you just die to the lava, and you're like,
So apparently the best thing about the prequels is they gave us Battlefront. So that's
very
good to
true,
know.
very true. I liked Anakin's character in Battlefront.
Yeah. And I even like him. Like I hear in Clone Wars, he's not as bad. Like look at Yoda, he just destroys.
This
them
was
all.
really
Yeah,
bad.
exactly.
You see an arm get cut off.
I feel like that was a risky move.
Yeah.
To throw his lightsaber. That's what you used to deflect the.
No,
That's
you
true.
You use your force to get it back to your hand, just like the saber throw. That was a move.
But
in
he didn't
Battlefront.
really do that though. He kind of just did his Yoda thing.
Did his Yoda thing. But what were we talking about? We were talking about Battlefront. We were talking about.
Mustafar.
I can't remember. Were we talking? Oh, what the hell were we talking about? Oh, Anakin. I feel like I've heard in the Clone Wars he's written better, and even somehow
Yes.
it's weird. Even in like Disney Infinity, he's written better than the movies. Like he's never so whiny in the game. Like he's just kind of like like the way I thought. Like he's strong-headed and bull-headed, but he's not whiny. She's like, we're doing this because this is why I feel and I'm the best. It's not like, oh, like we should do this because I'm the best, and like you guys don't listen to me.
Oh, I would definitely.
You're
take
holding
a
me
Clone
back.
Wars Anakin.
Yeah.
Clone Wars Anakin was by far the best.
Yeah. You
I remember-
underestimate my power.
I remember when the Clone Wars first came out, I tuned in for the debut. Apparently, like over 4 million people. It was like one of the highest watched like,
Yeah, really?
debut. Yeah.
I want to watch it at some point. I really do.
It's on Netflix, I think,
now.
yeah.
I want to watch it all because I
Yeah,
heard.
it's all
I just want to watch it
Netflix.
because Darth Maul came at the end there, and that's why.
Oh,
I really
nice.
want to. Yeah.
Near the end of the series, it got really, really good.
That's what I heard. And I think that the other part I didn't like about this movie, like it's just a little thing, but I would have liked him to give him a red lightsaber. And I think that kind of threw it off for me because you didn't get to see him. I think that would have been better. I know it's like the symbolic of like
Who,
him and
Anakin?
Obi-Wan. Yeah, when he's killing all these people, he's officially a Lord Sith Vader now. He's deemed him Lord Vader, and I felt like he should have been like, by the way, here's a red crystal. Like I didn't like seeing him with the blue still.
That's up to the Sith to go and make their own lightsaber. Or the Sith and Jedi, they have to go make their own lightsaber. So I think it's up to him to make his own lightsaber.
Sounds dope.
I guess,
Oh.
but
He's got grievous eyes.
Oh, he's got the cat eyes.
He put contact lenses on so he could see better.
and they made this
Not
big
a bad
deal about
idea.
his eyes, but like you never seen them in the original, so it didn't really matter. He could just have his own eyes.
Yeah.
So that guy totally doesn't look like a bad guy.
The bald guy?
Is that a guy or
The Emperor.
Oh yeah, I know.
He totally
Let's
doesn't look
trust
like a bad
this
guy.
guy.
Yeah. Let's give him control
get
of
this.
all of our soldiers and just see
And
what
doesn't
happens.
Padme have some like line like this is how it all ends, like with those
This is
shattering
how,
applause?
This is how
or something.
democracy ends. Yeah, because he just created a dictatorship where whatever he says goes, and everyone's like, "Yeah, do it!" Oh, Liberty dies.
Yeah. Ooh. That's like the one dramatic scene she gets in this whole movie. And like look at her in this movie. She's done nothing. She's just been in like her.
She's
temple
pregnant.
the
She
whole
can't do anything.
time. I know, but it's just like she's just
She's
such
carrying
a.
two people.
She's such
It's
a big.
hard to be pregnant, Travis.
She's such a big staple in the first two movies, and this one she's given
It's not
nothing to
all
do
in the
but
park.
cry.
Yeah, she's just
She's just there.
she's pretty much in chilling in her room.
She's
all day.
carrying
Yeah.
the two main characters of the original trilogy, so you gotta give her some credit.
Without her, there is no original
There's no
trilogy.
I'm just saying, in the first two movies, she's everywhere, and this one, she's just sitting doing. Like, I'm not saying I want her backflipping. I'm
You
just
want her on
saying.
the front lines of the war?
That would be.
I'm just saying, give something for a character to do. And what he just? Oh right, this is Obi-Wan. We're at the part now where Obi-Wan has to see the tape of Anakin killing kids, which I hate.
Yoda's already watched it.
See,
Has
they,
he?
they just have to hire a bounty hunter, take out the Emperor. They can do it.
Oh, I know. They don't have any plans. They just kind of accept that they lost.
Yeah.
Like, well, you got us this time.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
I
thinks
hate
he
the
can take
hologram.
my
I hate those hologram cameras. Oh.
You fucked up.
This is a
Obi-Wan.
fake.
Yeah. And how'd they get that?
Well, they have access. He's playing recordings from all over the place. That's in the
Lord
Chancellor's office,
Vader.
Jedi Temple. And as a Jedi Master, he's going to have access to these recordings. Because there's security cameras everywhere.
That's annoying. You feel like the whole
Yeah.
powerful Emperor would not like, hey, can we get this fucking cam out of my room so the Jedi don't watch me?
Yeah, but no, because the Jedi that he told to come back to the temple are going to get killed. And he didn't expect Yoda and Obi-Wan,
saying-
two great masters, to come back and do this.
No, I'm saying in the process, if the Emperor knows there's a camera in his room, shouldn't he get rid of it?
Well, he probably didn't expect any Jedi to go and look at it. Because he's got his whole clone army here to kill any Jedi. Because that's why he sent the message out saying the war is over, Jedi come back. Because as soon as they come back and land, they
Think about
kills
Hitler.
them.
If Hitler knew that there was a camera in his office, you don't feel like he's going to say, hey, let's get this out of here so people can't watch me.
Yeah, but only...
And why does the Emperor not say, let's get this camera out of here so people don't know I'm touching Anakin?
Only...
That's a good point. Dude, I think Hitler's still alive out there somewhere.
Only...
Because
Where
there's
did
no
the Emperor
camera. We
touch
don't
you?
know. There's no
Exactly.
camera.
Yeah, but the only ones that can access the camera are super high-ranking officials.
It doesn't
like
matter.
Jedi
He can still be
Masters.
seen. He should get that camera
Like the
out
Yeah,
of
but
his
it
room.
doesn't matter now because
Out of
he's
the room.
executed his order and he's killed. He thought he killed all the Jedi
Like crib like
Masters,
that?
so it doesn't matter.
That'd be nice.
I just feel like I'd want a camera in my room. I feel like that could have been a big downfall. What if he was at one point like, hey, I'm a Sith Lord? And then like,
But it
like,
doesn't
got
matter.
a camera.
He can say he's a Sith Lord, but it doesn't matter to anyone now because he's executed Order 66.
I'm saying in the past, that camera's been there for years.
Oh, but he never said in the past because he knew the cameras were there. And if he did anything to the cameras, then it would make him look suspicious.
So many plot holes.
He had to have cameras in there so he would play the part of being a
There should have been
basic
cameras at
chancellor.
the opera thing because that was a public thing.
There probably were.
So he was just sitting there telling Anakin that he's
But
a
it,
Sith
no,
Lord.
no. At the opera, he was saying, "Have you ever heard of this Sith story?" And he could have looked into that at the library or something,
Oh.
because they do have holocrons and all those.
Too many
that stuff.
holes. Too many holes in this stomach.
Kirkland, I have another.
Cook yourself, man.
Oh, thank you. These Girl Scouts. I tell you, we should invite them to our next Star Wars thing.
No,
That's
that
weird.
go to prison.
We're not inviting little girls to our.
We can't watch movies.
Hey,
without
why not
killing
watch Star Wars
children.
with us?
No, I thought the girls were like older. These girls
Yeah, come
don't.
to Rutland with us.
Yeah, come to Rutland with us. That always ends well.
Bring your cookies.
We're gonna watch a movie where they kill children.
Mommy, this guy wants me to come to Rutland and bring my cookies.
Sounds good. See you tonight.
Yeah, see ya. Be safe. And this is, now everyone's talking with Padme, saying like, "Hey, your husband's fucked up," or like, he doesn't know they're married, but he knows.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, he knows.
No, he doesn't know they're married. He just knows
It's his kids.
the
He
father.
knows that they're
I
the
mean,
father.
let's be honest. They probably had an affair too. So she like.
Who wouldn't want to go for that guy?
Oh, here's the line.
He's mad because he's not the father.
I love that they have the Force, but like they have to come to this conclusion by themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And they've done a
Maybe
bad
his
job.
Piece is off
You don't think why did Anakin not have anybody watching Padme?
because he's an idiot, pretty much.
Because he wants to kill her.
Why would he have someone watch her?
Because there could be threats out there.
Like what?
Bounty hunters.
Like Obi-Wan, bounty hunters.
Bounty hunt. Dog the bounty hunter.
Jar
He's out
Jar.
there.
You don't know. If someone's trying to overthrow the government, no matter, even if it's not Jedi's, look at rebels. You're still gonna have
Yeah,
someone
but he
out
went
there.
to the Jedi Temple, killed all the Jedi there, and
But
the
they're
Chancellor
still
reassured him
person.
that the Jedi all over the galaxy were killed
There's
too.
what
in
if Bail
Battle.
Organa just came like, "Hey Padme," and just shot her in the stomach a bunch of times.
I don't think Bail Organa would do that because they're like best.
What if he's
they're best friends.
What if he's into street gang violence?
I don't think that would
And he's just like, "Fuck you, Emperor Palpatine." I'm just saying it could happen.
What?
I'm
How
sure-
would that be? Fuck you to Palpatine. That would just.
It'd be an
there's no
Anakin.
point.
I'm sure a week ago before this movie, the character was like, "Hey, I don't
Well,
think
look,
Anakin would kill a bunch of kids."
C-3PO was there to take care of her.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
he's gonna do a lot.
He's useless.
Yeah, and Obi-Wan getting on 3PO.
Where's Jar Jar at this point?
Yeah,
he's
they,
getting on the ship. That's him right there.
they never explain what Jar Jar happened in these movies. He
No,
just-
he's in the movie.
No, but what happened? They never end up telling his backstory, like where he ends up.
Well,
Which-
I
'cause no
think
one wanted
no
it.
one wanted it. But no, he's a senator for Naboo at this point, working alongside Padme Amidala.
He could have just hit the button; it would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I think we had to do quicker.
Okay, if you
Honestly,
had the
I
Force,
would
you
do
would
that,
get
yeah.
This is the whole
Shut
Xbox
up.
Connect and using the
I'd be
buttons
like coffee.
conversation again. You can just say Xbox go here, or you can just hit the buttons.
I'm just saying. I don't know if he did that and he was so powerful he moved the ship. I don't know.
I think he has a pretty solid grasp on his powers.
Let's hope.
That's a pretty advanced chair. Look at all the content he's got on there.
It's a massage
Couple
chair.
of cup holders and everything.
You hit a button and look at his skin. He needs massages, man.
There's just dead people everywhere.
Yeah, I think
Not
You'll
people,
return
but
peace to the
things.
galaxy.
Why does it look like he's standing up in the hologram, but he's sitting in the chair?
because George Lucas. Because this whole movie. Padme's already there. Already there. She just left.
They got interstellar travel.
Apparently. Interstellar makes more sense than this. Matthew McConaughey's just like, good movie, go watch it. Ending's a little wonky, but go watch Interstellar. Better than all three of these movies.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It explains all the plot holes.
It's
in
not
Star
my
Wars.
yeah. It's not my favorite Nolan one, but it's still really good. I still like.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's really good.
really
It's on
good.
Netflix.
I don't like it as much as like Memento and like Prestige, but it's still really good. It's like a B. I'd say it was like a B, where all his other movies are like A plus.
Man, I'm salty. They took Memento off Netflix.
Oh, I know. I saw it the other
It's a
day.
crime.
Yeah, Memento's amazing. Go watch Memento after this. Anything Chris Nolan's done, Prestige, The Dark Knight trilogy, Inception, Interstellar, go watch it. Interstellar's on Netflix, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Go
Yeah,
watch
they
it,
did.
Dylan.
They just added it.
Lots of people hate that movie, but
Interstellar?
yeah,
I
I've
definitely
only heard
heard
good
mixed
things.
things.
it's like in the middle. It's like people don't. I'm not like don't give me crap about that. What I'm about to say, but no, people really either really hate it or really love it. I'm in the middle. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm in the middle. Like I really like it, but it's not my favorite. Like there's lots of problems with it. Like I hate the son in that movie.
The son?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like when he met. Sorry, we're taking a little 2-minute break from Star Wars because they were just
It's
talking.
a bad scene, anyway.
Yeah.
You sure? 'Cause this is-
Hang on,
this is
it'll be
spoiling
quick.
here.
When McConaughey comes back, like to Earth, when he comes back the first time, there you go. Like it's not a spoiler. He doesn't care about his son at all in that movie.
He doesn't come back. What does
He does at one point, and he goes sees his daughter, but he never goes sees his son.
Like,
And remember when he's sending video messages? He's like, "How are you, Murphy? What's going on, Murphy?" He never asks about his son at all. And I was like, that took me out of the movie right away. I'm like, you have 2 kids. Why aren't you asking about your son?
Son's a little prick. That's
But
why.
you remember he doesn't know that he's off in space.
Well,
so he just
also
thinks his son is
misses,
a
like,
cool
couple
kid.
Of years, like 30 years.
But he still talks to his daughter. Why doesn't he care about his son?
Because his
'Cause
son,
bad
his
writing.
son isn't his.
You're
Plot
making
twist.
stuff up.
Plot twist.
So, anyways, now this is when it does get to some bad, like some really over the top acting.
He's already thinking of overthrowing the Chancellor, and he's been a Sith Lord for 10 minutes.
And in the direct to movie game tie-in, if you beat the alternate ending, what happens is you beat Obi-Wan, you chop him, and he goes in the fire, and like you go see Emperor Palpatine. He's like, "Good job, you did it." He just kills Palpatine.
Wait, what is this?
In like the direct movie tie-in game, it's just like Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Game. You can play as Obi-Wan and Anakin. You can play like back and forth their stories, and you meet up. And you play as Obi-Wan, you beat him like you play in the movie. But then when you beat it on like a hard difficulty, you unlock the secret mission where you play as Anakin at the last battle. And if you beat Anakin, or if you beat Obi-Wan, you beat him and you go see the Emperor, and you kill the old Emperor, and he's like, "The universe is mine now." And you just
That's kind of cool.
yeah,
That's a
that's
twist.
alright. But then Padme's still dead, and he's just like,
It's
"Cool."
Cool.
So
Yeah.
now, here's you're breaking my heart. I can't go down a path.
Because of Obi-Wan, that's why.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's my problem with the character. He should be smart and be like, no, like, because these choices, you should agree with me about, like, he's so like, because of Obi-Wan.
He was calm, and he was having a regular conversation with her until
But
Obi-Wan stood
it makes
there.
no sense, like we just said, like, because of Obi-Wan. No, man, there's so much big problems going that
Yeah,
Obi-Wan.
but he wasn't saying it's because of Obi-Wan. He was
So
saying
dumb.
because of Obi-Wan, like with a question mark at the end. Like he was trying to.
But he still thinks Obi-Wan's the problem.
Yeah,
in
but
all
they were.
this.
The fact
Not
is
the
they-
fact that he killed
no,
a bunch of kids.
The fact is they were talking about it, and then Obi-Wan had to stand there like, yeah, and then totally just get him angry.
It's my new profile
But-
pic.
We should
Obi-Wan.
all change it tonight. At like 8 p.m. on the dot. Anybody that's friends with us will get like 5 profiles.
that, Joss.
Oh, great dialogue coming up here. Terrible.
I remember this from Jimmy Fallon.
You will not
You
take
guys
it from me!
SLN.
Anger
SNL.
and your lust for power. I've already done
What did I
that.
say?
He said SLN.
SLN.
The cheap
Saturday
Chinese
Live
knockoff.
Night.
Saturday Night Knife!
You spilled barbecue sauce on my bathrobe. You've done that yourself.
Don't mention me. I see the lies of the Jedi. I see them. Oh boy. You okay?
So is Padme dead right now?
No,
She just-
she's losing her will to
unconscious.
live.
Oh yes, classic.
My emperor.
She's getting burned by the fire pretty hard.
Yeah, what happened if a big... Don't make me kill you. What's this line here? Oh, God.
You're my enemy.
You're my enemy.
He like almost looked back and he's like,
Yeah.
oh, wait.
Yeah.
The director
Oh.
told me not to do that. Let me look forward again.
I can't remember. It's like only a Sith deals in absolute leads, but there's like another thing where it shows Obi-Wan just like dealing in an absolute. Like he's just like, nope, that's
try.
Oh,
You will try. That's one of my favorite. Like it's one. This part is like that good part, bad movie part. This is what I mean. It's cool, but it's just so choreographed.
It's pretty intense.
But it doesn't look cool at that point because it just doesn't. They don't look like they're trying to hit each other. It looks like they're trying to make sure you be there. You be there. That's my problem with this fight.
I don't know. He just got hit pretty hard there.
By a kick. I'm saying the lightsabers though. They're
By the
never like going
Spartan
for each
kick.
other. They're always spinning it and
Yeah,
they're
that's
always.
fair.
That's
Right there.
true.
And like it looks
Brilliant.
cool, but it looks. I like the original fights better, even though they're a lot slower. They really feel like they're trying to hit each other and they're blocking. Where in this, it's just like let's make it look as cool as possible.
This part coming up here.
It's just CGI.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like next to the part where Anakin storms the Jedi Temple, where Yoda dishes out his lightsaber and Palpatine dishes out his lightsaber, and you hear the Imperial theme playing. I love that part so freaking much.
So Yoda's about to fight the Emperor, by the way.
Oh, broken back.
People in the theater weren't happy with that. So.
paralyzed.
They weren't happy.
He's now in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Put him in water. Get some more help.
Does he grow?
No.
Is he like one of those
gremlins.
He's a chia pet.
Oh, like a gremlin.
Yeah, gremlin. Put him in water. Get 10 Yodas.
Sea monkeys.
Like
Oh.
like that type of stuff. Is
That
like,
was pretty inefficient.
yeah, he's just really like, let's do this and let's do this.
I just see Battlefront right
Man,
now.
Anakin's
That's all I
pretty
see.
strong right now.
Power of the dark side, man.
Obi-Wan knows everything Anakin has, like for like fighting style.
Chlamydia? Oh, fighting style, yeah, of course.
Because he gave it to Padme.
Yeah, I know what you have.
He probably got it from Shmi in the first place. so.
Or Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon got
Yeah,
it from
Padme
Shmi.
got it from
Qui-Gon
Shmi
got it from
from
Shmi.
Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon got it from like
Yoda.
Jar Jar or something.
Oh. What do you want me to do, yeah? Oh.
Classic Shmi.
That was That was Jar Jar saying that, my voice.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I'm like, why is she talking about Jar Jar all of a sudden?
No.
Oh my god.
That was pretty lame.
That was so bad. This movie is so cheesy.
See, look, already he's trying to run. See, because he knows he can't win
He could
against
maybe-
Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda. I wasn't talking about Mace Windu. Look, he didn't win against Mace, and that's
I know, but
Part-
Yoda's stronger than Mace Windu.
okay. So he could still beat Mace Windu, though. Where's your logic?
No, because Mace Windu one-on-one against Darth Sidious, Mace Windu would have won, but Anakin showed up and fucked the whole thing up.
I don't think so. We just talked about this. I think that he was on purpose. Because when he's going to lecture, he's like, "Oh,
Yeah, but
Anakin,
we'll
save
never-
me!
We'll
Oh!"
never know, but still, Anakin was still there to just
yeah,
ruin the
well,
whole
that's
thing.
what I mean. It's just theory, but still, he went one-on-one with Mace Windu, so he
But
could still go.
we'll never know though, unless someone explain
No,
someone
we'll
official
never
gives
know,
us
but
the
I still
answer.
think he'd go against Yoda. Even if Anakin did get in the way, the Emperor still put up a huge fight against Mace Windu.
Yeah,
So he's
but-
not just going to lose against
Yeah.
Yoda right
Yeah,
away.
but with Yoda and Darth Sidious, you see
Lightsaber.
they both start fighting with their lightsabers.
Drop kick, that's a wrestling move.
They both start fighting with their lightsabers, Yoda and Sidious.
Oh!
But then it gets to the point where Sidious
He would not fuck
tries
that
to
much.
stay away from Yoda. Yoda keeps getting close with his lightsaber. Sidious keeps force pushing him and
one
throwing
go.
shit at
Okay,
him.
but I'm not
Use
debating the
lightsaber.
Yoda thing. I'm just on Mace. I'm sure Yoda could beat him. I think Emperor
Yoda
can
can
beat.
beat anyone.
I think Emperor can beat anybody but Yoda. And truthfully,
Darth Vader.
I don't know about Vader. I think he's too much of a bitch. I think he could just mess with him.
Well,
I think
not
Luke.
in this.
I
Like
think
Darth
Luke-
Vader.
Yeah,
in the
Darth
later
Vader,
ones.
but I think Luke could beat the Emperor.
I don't think so.
I do.
Luke didn't have all the training and all
Doesn't
that
matter.
stuff.
He has the heart. He's the
heart.
chosen one. He's the chosen
Han
one.
Solo.
I think
Honestly, I'd put my money on Boba Fett because he could just snipe him from afar.
he loses to like a jetpack going out of control. He
No,
loses to a wall.
in Battlefront, the trailer, he
Oh.
flies over and he says, "I'm not gonna let that happen again."
But that's just a joke. It's
You
not,
sure it's a joke?
Yeah, it's a joke. Trust me. No, I truthfully, I'm trying to think who my favorite. I think it's all
Twittering? Classic Twitter.
Electric Twitter.
Twitter.
Check out our Twitter.
Yeah.
First cast.
Hashtag fighting Yoda. Hashtag dark side. Hashtag we have cookies. I don't actually know who my all-time favorite Jedi is. I really like Luke. As a kid, I didn't, but as I've gotten older, I really like Luke, especially Return of the Jedi Luke, because he's so cocky, but he's like so cool. Yeah, he's so badass. Like I think he could because he pretty much beats in the fight against Vader. He pretty much owns Vader. That's why I think he could beat, because he's just, remember when he's just like railing on Vader at one point, and Vader just like gives up, and he's like, Luke, stop.
That's
so that's why I think he could. I think even though Luke doesn't have the training, I think he is more powerful than Vader, so I think he could. And it's like the Obi-Wan Mace Windu thing. I think he's wiser than Vader, Luke is. So that's why I think he could overcome the Emperor.
You just were talking like Yoda there.
Yeah. It's the same way, like, it's probably, people won't think this, but I think Obi-Wan's stronger than Mace Windu. Because Mace Windu has a cool fighting style, but Obi-Wan's smarter. He's like, look at Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, obviously they don't fight each other, but I think in Chain of Command, it would go like...
Too much cackling.
Not enough tackling.
But I don't know, if Luke being the chosen one, does that make him more powerful than Yoda?
No.
But Yoda got to have all this training, though.
Yeah, but Yoda has... His height advantage is pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, look how fast he goes, too.
He can triple jump.
But what happens if Luke would have had the same training as Yoda? And Luke's the chosen one, right?
Yoda, I don't think Luke can have
increased hearing.
He's the ultimate master.
How old is Yoda again?
Because he gets to live a lot longer.
Yeah, well, Yoda's like, when 900 years you reach.
Obi-Wan and them, they're technically, like, they're just human race, right?
The detail.
Okay, human race. You think Luke is the strongest?
Well, who am I comparing to?
All the other human ones.
All the other human ones?
I think he is. Especially now in the Force Awakens, he might be super fucking strong after 30 years.
I'd say Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan had the knowledge of how to go into ghost form and all that stuff after.
But we don't know if Luke doesn't either.
That's
right?
That's true.
We'll know in the next movies.
Yeah, we'll know that.
Because this is gonna be a Luke 20 years later. He could be overly powerful.
So that's. Are we talking about Return of the Jedi Luke or like?
We'll
Force
say Return of the
Awakens
Jedi
Luke?
right now, but because we haven't seen Force Awakens.
I'd say Obi-Wan then. If it's Return of the Jedi Luke, I'd say Obi-Wan.
That's it, Shmi.
I don't know. Who do you think is more powerful, Luke or Obi-Wan? That's tough.
It is tough because comparing like Obi-Wan from the fourth movie, he's like just like an old crippled man that doesn't like do everything.
Yeah.
So he's a lot slower than like this Obi-Wan.
Yeah. I'm trying to compare it to Vader. You know why I'll compare it? Once again, I'll pick Luke. Luke owns Darth Vader, where he has a problem fighting Darth Vader.
Obi-Wan has a problem fighting
Darth
Darth
when
Vader?
we get to 6, you'll see. Like, Luke kicks the shit out of
Yeah,
Vader.
but he starts letting the hate take him, like.
But he's wise enough to does not let it in. He used enough hate just to beat Vader, and then he's like,
That's cheating. It's like using hacks to complete half the game and get the good armor, but then not using hacks to complete the game.
But he still did it. He still won.
He still did it, yeah, that's true.
I don't know, that'd be... Yeah. We'll have to see if... I think it'll be better in the next movie, because Luke will be old. So we'll get to compare old Luke Skywalker. Because if old Luke Skywalker's like Yoda, then like he beats Obi-Wan. Because Obi-Wan is... He's not that strong when he's older. Even though he hasn't
been a Jedi for so long.
And that's where I want to know Luke, what he's been doing for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see.
Selling bootleg CDs.
That's
Here's my mixtape.
Yeah.
Sky Dizzle.
Sky Dizzle. Greatest,
like father, like son.
It'd be so hard to avoid the lava in this situation.
You couldn't.
But they do.
They shouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's my problem.
Look at all those lava flakes for crying out loud.
Like one.
For crying out loud.
And just the splash right there. Like, how does that not touch them?
Like, even if it doesn't, that would still burn you.
One little flake.
You're still losing a limb or
It's
something.
very warm, to say the least.
I hate Yoda without his like little robe.
About as warm as the place this guy's in.
Beep.
Beep, beep. Oh, hatch opens.
That's lucky.
I feel like this fall is really painful. Like,
dude,
that looks painful.
It's
Like
Jedi drop.
on his legs.
He uses the Force to.
Yeah, but that
slow down
seat looks like,
Pillows?
you know, not that comfy, but like comfy enough.
A Palpatine chair.
Failed, I have.
Into exile.
Yeah,
Yoda's just so badass.
Wait, so what happened with him and the Emperor? I kind of missed it.
He got knocked off because the Emperor uses cheap, shitty tricks.
So the Emperor's still chilling.
I don't think it's cheap tricks if you still have
He uses
the
force tricks on it. But actually,
Yoda has the Force
when they were in that confrontation when Yoda was doing the Force deflection, he actually was. You could see he was beating Yoda or beating Sidious because Yoda wasn't breaking a sweat, but Sidious was like,
It's not about who wins the battle.
Because he was cackling. He was cocky. It's like,
and who wins the war? Palpatine, man.
Because he's a son of a bitch.
Well, Luke, but that's my point.
Tarzan
Luke
yells.
became a son of a bitch, but he
Such a
still
bad
saved
son.
everything.
I can't argue with that.
Unless he's
Oh,
dark
God.
side, and then it sucks. I
Okay.
really don't want Luke to be on the dark side. I really don't.
He won't be.
I hope not.
This part, I don't know about this.
I don't like it. I don't like this whole third act of the fight. It's too, especially when he does chop Anakin in half. I hate that he could have ended everything by just killing him. And even if it's he didn't want to kill his best friend or brother, it's you're gonna let your brother then burn to death instead of just oh here, I'll put a lightsaber through his head and he's dead out of pain. But he just watches Anakin get lava on him, and he's
cackling.
oh no, I can't watch him.
He thought he was gonna die. He didn't know Sidious was gonna be there to rescue.
But
him.
he should have still killed him. And
He didn't
That's
know.
pretty
He thought he was dead.
no, I'm not
No.
saying that. I'm saying out of the goodness out of his heart. If he still cares about Anakin, he shouldn't let him burn to death. He should put him out of his misery like a
The
dog.
lava's just slowly.
Yeah,
cooking
and
down.
Obi-Wan just watches him oh,
Like
that's,
Old Yeller.
Yeah, he's oh, that's painful. Oh, Anakin. But he could have just I'm not saying the whole dying thing. I'm saying that makes Obi-Wan a shitty person. Oh, here's my favorite line. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
It's because he's lost. Give him a break.
Your point of view sucks.
It's we have
What he
nothing.
tries to do is jump over him.
It's so on the nose. We have nothing better to get you to know that he's a bad guy. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Up until yesterday, no, they're fine.
So worth.
He likes to flip a lot.
Yeah.
I hate that he lost his balance. I wish Obi-Wan would have just
Just kicked him.
Why didn't he lose his balance? Why didn't Obi-Wan force push him?
I don't know.
So that could have been it right there.
He's not Old
He's too
Yeller
respectful.
A
style.
lot of holes.
I'm the higher ground, Anakin. You underestimate my power. Oh, here it comes.
It's like you want to bet.
I hate Anakin so much.
Don't try it. I'm gonna.
I do
try
like this
it.
part though, when he just fucks him up big time, cuts his arm off, cuts his leg. That's a combo and a half right there. That's a Mortal Kombat finisher.
It's like you underestimate my power. I have not lost yet. It's like freaking Dark Knight from Monty Python or the Black Knight.
Yeah, this was a good part because Ewan McGregor's a good actor. You're the chosen one. When he says you're like a brother, it's heartbreaking.
From my point of view, the Jedi I should have said that.
From my point of view, you're dead.
Yeah, you've lost. From my point of view,
Yeah,
you've
You
lost.
just got wrecked.
Oh yeah, this part is heartbreaking because he's just such a good actor. It's coming up. Not that part. Anakin saying I hate you, and then he's just like, "You're my brother." Oh, so good. And you wish the whole movie was like this. It could have felt so much heavier. And then the last minute, it's just like, okay, Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor pulled through. And watch. Oh no, he should have ran down and been like, "Here you go, Anakin."
How does he?
Oh no, Anakin's
I
burned.
can't take this.
How does he not die?
He's being kept
Look,
alive
he
by
looks
Sidious.
back. He looks back at it and he's still like, oh god.
Wow, this is brutal.
He's still watching him burn.
Lol. Walks away.
I'm gonna tweet this.
Tweet. Yeah. Hashtag my brother's dead. Hashtag. Sorry, not sorry.
How could C-3PO get Padme in there? He can't bend down.
Yeah.
R2 would have dragged her probably across the floor.
She lost the babies. Why? Well, your fucking droid over here dragged her down these steps. Maybe they somehow got her on top of R2 and R2 did his little jetpack and carrying her out.
Set her on fire probably.
Well, Anakin survived, so
Is that alright?
no.
He's got a stain on his jacket there. Look at that.
Barbecue sauce on
Oh,
his
I
back.
thought you meant Anakin. I'm like, I think that's more than a stain that burned. I thought that's what you meant. Obi-Wan would say to her, like, "Oh, he has a stain on his jacket. He's just washing out, Padme."
He'll be catching along soon. It's all good.
Oh man, only 10 more minutes and we get to go to the
This is a
original.
long movie.
It's the long. I think it's the second longest of the whole franchise. I think Return. I know. I think the second one is the longest, or the fifth one. Sorry, yeah.
The second
What is it?
one.
Empire Strikes Back. I think that's longest.
Could you imagine how much of a twist it would have been if Obi-Wan didn't leave? Like, there's like a 2-minute difference between him leaving and the Chancellor arriving. If he didn't leave in time and the Chancellor got there and they had to fight and
What
he
a
narrowly
coincidence.
escapes.
It's so stupid. And like the ship is right there too. And they always show in Star Wars they pick up other ships. So it's not like, hey, we should turn back because there's a ship gonna go pick up Anakin. It's just so like, it's just poorly written. Once like, I've run out of like adjectives to describe how bad the script is.
This I don't like. Look at him. There he is. He's still alive. I mean,
He should know he's still alive.
yeah, he should know. He's the Sith Lord. He's keeping him alive with the Force right now. But he points. There he is. We found him.
And they just peace.
They're
And
getting
like
a
this-
medical thing.
And this part is kind of cool when they like do the surgery while she's giving birth. Like it's a cool little thing, but
Yeah.
it doesn't rectify the whole movie. Cool.
You know what he's saying right
Moaning
now?
softly.
Fuck your mom. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, there's no midichlorians. So literally, it's funny. If with Darth Vader with no suit, he's literally just a stump because he got a robot arm, and then like none of these have like. So if that robot arm goes away, he's just like a body. He's just like.
Where are they, Taylor? It's in Battlefront.
It is in Battlefront. I can't remember the name. You got to play as Darth Maul though when you played the Clone Wars battle on here.
And you can go outside.
I can't remember the name. Do you know?
I don't remember what it's called, but I remember it's like 4 something.
Looks like the moon.
Because it's an asteroid. that
Yeah.
they're on. It's like something base. I'm gonna Google it.
Something base.
Yeah.
Star Killer. No.
Star Killer Base. Yeah.
Which is a whole fucking planet. So now Padme's about to give birth. It's raining where she is.
Thunderclap.
No, it's not running where she is. This is Coruscant with Darth
Oh,
Vader.
right, sorry. Might be.
Messed up.
I know.
Are they on Camino? Because it only rains there.
Coruscant.
Yeah.
We did do some research, though, Kirkland found out all the water in Camino was real.
What's that?
All the water in Camino was real. We did some research.
What do you mean?
Remember the clone planet? Remember they filmed that in Canada? I'm joking.
Oh, like the waves.
Yeah, I'm joking.
I'm
Remember?
sure it was CGI.
Yeah, we were joking about because someone said that. I'm like, oh, that's all real, and Jessica was like, really? Like sarcastically, like, oh yeah, it's totally real. Iceland.
See, she wasn't ready to give birth. It's just they said like she's dying, so we gotta operate quickly to save the twins.
What? You look at the kids; they're full form.
Yeah, I know, but
grown.
she didn't. They didn't say like, oh, she's ready to give birth.
They don't say she's premature either, though.
I know, but they
if
just
you're
said,
a week before your due date, you're technically not allowed to give birth.
Well, still, they said she's dying, so we have to operate quickly to save the children.
You watch the kids when they pull them out; they look like they're ready to pop out any
Because
day
they're
now.
the chosen ones.
That's not word. Oh, they're peeling like the dead clothing off of him. That must suck.
Oh no.
Hey, Anakin, this is gonna fucking kill.
Yeah.
But you got a cool suit after. So, like, when he sleeps, he wears that suit, right?
Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Well, he can't take it off.
That
Otherwise he
sucks.
dies because the respirator.
No, he
Well,
does in the original trilogy. He takes his
Yeah,
helmet
he does
off.
take his helmet off. But it's just the back of the helmet, right? Or is it his
No,
full
I think he takes the whole thing off. He
But
probably
the
sits there and
respirator's
looks
the
in
thing
mirror.
that keeps him alive, though.
So he can't, but he can't have it on too long. He can have it off, but only for like a couple minutes. So he couldn't sleep, obviously.
Yeah. He takes
Leave
it
Vader
off.
alone. He's taking his 2-minute nap of the day without his mask on.
I think he just takes it off to look in the mirror himself.
Yeah. See, and that's the stuff I would like in the prequels, stuff like that. I hate that she just randomly picks names. They should have discussed this. It would have been more powerful if he said like, "Oh, we should name it Luke."
It's
like,
fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
Paul's Massa.
That's fantastic.
Post Massa.
Yeah, that's it. Paulus Massa. You are right.
Oh, look at that terrible CGI face. Ugh. And then you get like the first like right there. It looks a lot like Kylo Ren, like without the helmet.
Mhm.
And then any second now you get your first Whopper.
Kylo Ren couldn't afford the helmet. Just the mask.
I think he just didn't want to deal with the heaviness of it. I still don't like Kylo Ren's without the hood though. Like I said, I think he kind of looks
He
like a
needs
duck.
the hood.
Yeah.
Looks like a duck.
Kylo Ren, the new villain. Have you seen pictures of him without the hood? His mask literally looks exactly like a duck. Like it looks like a bill of a duck.
That's
It's
awesome.
kind of weird, but it's so cool.
I don't think it looks that bad.
It doesn't look like a duck, though, right?
Why does he have hilts on his lightsaber? I don't really get that.
That I don't know yet.
This is bad.
But his lightsaber is definitely like in Force Unleashed, one of the unstable ones.
I think it's just like a Jesus reference, to be honest. Like, there's these themes of like Anakin was born like the Virgin Mary, right? He had no father or whatever. Like, there's always about the chosen one, like, and he has a cross for a lightsaber, almost like why if he's a Skywalker, so
But it's not necessarily
Wait,
a cross.
Anakin doesn't have a father?
What? He doesn't. He
Anakin
just
doesn't.
appeared. Remember, we go on all
Well,
this.
Shmi.
Yeah.
What about?
Well, it's only a cross because we
Qui-Gon
see it
Jinn
as a
is called.
cross. Technically, it's just
Qui-Gon.
swords. It's just a hilt.
But I'm
on a
still
sword.
saying, like, there's
Jabba the
I
Hutt's
think
his
they've
dad.
done it also
Oh,
for
God.
symbolization too. Like, I feel like
His
there's
mom
more
got
to
rolled
it than-
over by the slug.
She got rolled.
But you got
over.
extra stuff. Like, think about when you're like this, and then you could like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how Anakin got that scar. Oh.
Here's your favorite part.
There's only
Travis.
so many things they could do to make
Is
Right
she
now.
alright?
We have Darth Vader asking if Palpatine or if
But
Padme's
see,
alright.
this is when you're like, oh no, she lost the will to live. He doesn't know that. He said he killed her, so why wouldn't he just kill the Emperor and kill himself and be like, fuck, like you did this. You made me like.
because he's totally at
Oh,
the
shit.
weakest point ever. So now he's vulnerable to be controlled.
I don't buy it. He doesn't look like he's being controlled.
He's just the dark side is complete him. He's just like, I'm gonna go in my room.
I love that. It's so funny.
Oh, groaning.
They should have just had the groaning.
Looked pretty bad, yeah.
Oh god.
Oscar nom right there.
Oh, that movie maker cut.
No.
This planet gets blown up in 20 years.
What planet is this?
This is Alderaan.
Oh, interesting.
It was
Are
in.
you quizzing us or no?
I just didn't know.
Oh, the original trilogy. Like, I got those down. And this is when they had their little like powwow, like ring meeting from Lord of the Rings.
And
like,
who's the dude again?
Bail Organa.
What does he do?
Jimmy Smith.
He adopts Leia, but he gets killed in the fourth one. Which kind of sucks.
Yeah, no, but what's his role? Like, why is
He's
he
the
there?
senator from Alderaan.
Oh, okay.
He just gets killed. He's a random dude. I'll take her.
Tatooine.
Which was smart because he takes them to Tatooine because he knows Darth Vader will never have any reason to go there again because there's too much emotional pain for him. So he would definitely never go there ever again. That's why even when they were flying in Episode 4, when they're in their spaceships above Tatooine, Darth Vader never went down below to the planet. He let the stormtroopers do that because he just wouldn't.
Once again, other stuff filled in by other TV shows. So yeah, I like that point.
cool,
but
though.
they should. Yeah, it's cool, but why isn't that in the movie?
I don't know. They
Exactly.
Didn't,
They
they
didn't
didn't
think
think of it.
But these cool ass writers for Star Wars, Clone Wars, and stuff like that are like. That's where I feel like that's what I do like, and that's why I'm fine with JJ because I feel like those are the people that grew up on the prequels and are like, there's so many problems. Let's try and fix it, or let's like make a way to like make this salvageable. You know. I will teach you, and then he gets to talk to Qui-Gon. We never get to see that. That's unfortunate.
That would have been really cool.
Yeah, that's why I think this should have been the second movie, and then the third movie you could have had a whole movie of Vader doing his
Vader,
stuff.
yeah.
You could have had Obi-Wan. Imagine even if Vader didn't fight Obi-Wan again, you could have had him trying to track down Obi-Wan. He knows Obi-Wan's alive, and this is the thing. It would have been better if it was the reverse in the third movie. If they had another fight and Darth Vader thought he killed Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
and then it's one in the original one. It's like, oh, you're still alive, blah blah blah. Like after all these years, but it's just it feels like there's a big missing piece. It's like even this is supposed to be a third one, but
Oh, there's Jar.
Hey!
If you notice, they still have her Padme looking pregnant just to say that the children
Yeah.
died with her.
yeah. And why is that Gargon guy still there? Why?
Gungan?
Yeah, why did he get to come? The big blubbering guy.
Why'd he come?
Yeah.
Because he's the leader of the Gungans.
The big
so,
blubbering
and
He
they're
just came there for the funeral.
well, they're like peaceful with them. He was just paying respects.
Okay.
No,
And then these TIE fighters come out of nowhere.
No, those are the V-wings from like earlier in the movie, but they just sound like TIE fighters now all of a sudden.
And then they have this guy who looks exactly like the original actor.
Moff
Off to the
Tarkin.
side, yeah.
I think that's pretty good because that's not CGI, is it?
No, it's not.
That's pretty well
There's
done.
rumors for Rogue One and for one that they're going to
CGI.
CGI.
I heard
I
that.
don't want that. He's dead. Leave him alone, the poor guy.
Oh, like the actor, you mean?
Yeah, they want to CGI him into Rogue One, like a prequel movie they're
love
doing,
that.
because like everyone.
Why
loves
is he important in the story?
He's like the second in command.
He's
Okay.
Grand Moff, which is one of the highest ranking Imperial positions in the Galactic Empire.
Yeah, And
Nice.
but it's like you could easily recast him. He's only in one movie. Like really, he was really good. But like, and it's one of these things. He didn't even care about Star Wars. The reason you don't see him from the waist up is because the pants they made didn't fit him, and he didn't like it. So he wears his own pants, and he was wearing slippers the entire shoot. If you didn't know that, so that
I didn't know that.
Is
And
this
the
all
other
right?
thing, the original Obi-Wan hated the Star Wars movies. When he
Really?
did it, he thought it was gonna bomb. He said it was just like a kids movie.
Mm.
So like, oh, fake baby. Oh, Joel Edgerton's coming up. So we're at the part where they've decided they're gonna split the kids up. We're getting to the end here. Darth Vader just looked at the Death Star, all like chilling like a villain.
Chilling like a villain.
But if anyone doesn't know, they actually Uncle Owen renames his son Gordo, his adopted son.
I don't think so. Big plot twist. Good movie. Go see The Gift.
Tatooine. Maybe we have some hope of finding Shmi. in the
No,
rubble?
she's dead.
She's
That's what- that's what
she's
you
never
think.
dead. Maybe in body, but not in soul. Who's that lady?
That's
Aunt
Beru.
Yeah.
Emperor.
We're
Bro.
technically-
I almost said Aunt May.
They're not even blood related to this.
She's
kid.
like an emperor.
No,
not
but just
quite.
through
seen-
marriage.
I know, but none of these people are actually blood related to Luke.
But it's the only family he has, technically.
Obi-Wan should have stuck
Uncle
with it.
Owen. Good scene. See, that's like from the fourth one.
That's
or
coming up,
episode
yeah.
4, yeah.
Yeah, not right now. They don't just shoot the baby.
When he
Joel Edgerton!
Gordo.
Gordo.
That's when you see the TIE fighters in the sunset coming from episode 7 trailer.
Alright, movie's over. We'll do a quick review. Let's go around. What do you think? What are you going to give it out of 10? I'm going to give it a 6.5.
There was a lot of slow parts.
I gave the first one a 5. I gave the second one a 6. I'll give this a 6.5 because there is some little cool
you said
shots.
the first
here
one
and
was
there.
your least favorite?
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
No, it's... Anakin as a kid is really hard to get through. When was the last time you
Qui-Gon
watched
Jinn's
it?
in there, though.
Who?
Qui-Gon Jinn's in there.
I know. Him and Maul are the only thing that saves it. Because it's Obi-Wan before he's like really Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
He's kind of whiny. And you have Jar Jar the whole movie.
Very
and
true.
Anakin, but... So I'd say a 6.5.
I think
for
the
me.
reason I like it so much because I have the memories of when I was a kid when
Yeah.
I first saw it, and like pod races were awesome. Darth Maul was like,
The man.
yeah, he was actually the man.
He's so cool.
Yeah, he was so badass. Natalie Portman.
Yeah. So what do you give? Would you give this movie out of 10?
I
It can be lower than a 5. It can be whatever you want.
don't know. You go first.
6.2.
6.2. Okay.
Out of 7?
Yeah.
Out of 12.
12.
Oh.
Like that's the thing. Like there's some fun stuff in there and cool stuff like Grievous and whatnot. But then it's just
Yeah.
you sit through a lot of stuff that is like poorly written and like
If Natalie Portman wasn't in it, it'd probably be a 2 out of 10.
that's for sure.
General Palpatine or Chancellor.
General.
Whatever his name is. He's
When I
really
was
bad.
younger, this probably would have been like a 6 out of 10 for me, and now it's probably like a 4, honestly. Because I really disliked that one.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you. I almost feel like 6.5 is too high for me, but I'm keeping it. I'll keep it there because I still like seeing lightsabers and stuff. But I can go. Taylor, what is your really
Natalie
high
Portman
score?
gave me those extra points.
I'm gonna give this one an 8.5, and hear me out,
Out of
cause
what?
10.
20?
this movie, like,
Frank Oz.
even
for
though
Yoda.
it was bad, this is what we were given. This is a movie where it shows
It
Vader's-
was what we
This
were
is
doing.
what we were
It's-
given.
That is the worst.
Hey, we
It
don't
shows
want it, though.
it
shows-
Taylor,
I
please.
want you to review movies. This is what you wanted, but this is what you were given.
This shows Anakin's downfall, and my
Terribly.
favorite, well, to some, my favorite scenes
most,
in this
I'd
movie
say.
were the clone troopers walking in Jedi Temple,
That
Yoda
was
just
like-
That's where you got all your
That
points
was
from?
literally a 20-second scene.
But they're
Hey,
just
all
scenes.
it takes is a 20-second scene to make a movie awesome.
But that's
in my
why,
opinion.
for me, I give it a
No.
6
It
point.
doesn't.
That's why I give it
It
a
was like
6.5
3 hours.
because those scenes make it like okay, it's not a fail. There's some really cool stuff, but then the most of it, it's like it's really bad.
Yeah, but like it's like what you said. Like if Natalie Portman wasn't in it, it'd be a 2 instead of a 6 for you. So for me, it's those
mine wasn't
scenes.
even a 6. Mine was a 4.5.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you went
He's
high.
trying to get the.
You were
average.
originally at
I
4.
know. I rethought.
Natalie
it.
Portman
I was like,
keeps putting the
oh,
score
yeah.
up a little bit.
I was like that last scene with the flowers. That'll be a 0.5. But yeah, I don't know.
All
I
right.
think it was
Well,
good.
Anakin's whole character was like basically what blew it for me.
Well, if
Yeah.
you want to join the conversation, continuing, we're going to just
let us know about.
Hit stop and start on the fourth one.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts about Star Wars. Maybe you're on Taylor's side. Maybe you really love these. There's lots of people that do, because there's lots of kids that just grew up with those and never saw the original. You know, like. But if you've had kids, like, raise them right. Get them to see those.
original,
That's the idea of my sister. Like, we're gonna watch seasons and then you can watch the prequels. But Taylor, where can they find us?
Well, we are on Facebook
Well.
in that search bar at
Well.
GeekVerse Podcast at the very top of the list.
At the very top list. Okay, and
Yeah.
you can find us.
Or even in Google, we found out.
And Google, we're everywhere. We're on Twitter
We're
at
everywhere.
We're
GeekVerseCast for schedule
all
updates and
over
news
the World Wide
updates,
Web.
everything like that. So, thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for
Whenever it
joining
is. Yeah, may the force be with you.